All right, guys, welcome back to Ill Blur Medic, or you call me Ill Blur Medic 365. Today, I am back with another episode of the Consecrator Seed with someone I've been knowing for about 6 or 7 years on YouTube. And actually, it's dope. You know what I'm saying? They do electronic reviews, they do clothing, fashion, beauty, a little bit of everything. It's no other than Tiara Rodriguez. How's it going?
Hello, everyone.
Morning.
Good morning, it is, and man,
Yeah,
being on the technical side of things in regards to
it's all
streaming is not easy. Okay, I'm like, dang,
it's
I've been
all
anticipating.
good.
Okay,
It's all good. It happens. That's what I told you. I said I don't believe in perfect live streams. Now you see what I'm talking about.
yeah, 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 yeah. Oh my god,
Yeah. So
that
I don't
part.
believe. Yeah, so that's why I said when you were saying, I said, no, I don't believe in that. Like things happen, hiccups, like you said, technical
Mhm.
difficulties, that type of thing. That's the thing. So the first question I want to ask you is something that I really never asked you before, but like I said, if it gets a little bit too personal, just let me know. What was your early years like being a consecrator? Like just describe like your early beginnings as a consecrator.
My early years as a content creator was definitely not for the weak.
Okay.
I what I adored the most about it was the fact that in the beginning stages I was extremely determined. I was going hard on the one niche. Just
All
working
right.
out, just every day after work, after two jobs. Just doing it every day.
Ooh,
But then after a
Supergirl
while,
in the building.
but literally, and so after a while, it did kind of like burnt me out in a way because I just felt like I was kind of losing my passion and my reason why. Because I'm just like Then I started to focus on the numbers and I started to focus on just other people's lanes and where I saw myself, and it kind of like overwhelmed me and it's like me on top of getting burnt out in the midst of it all. And it's just like I'm paying attention to numbers more than I'm paying attention to why I wanted to do this in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
it kind of threw me off on top of my own personal situations I was going through, in regards to, relationship stuff. So it was just kind of like that also was killing me, you know what I'm saying, in regards to like, being a content creator in the beginning of my years, on top of still trying to
Okay.
figure out and balance like my reality, balancing out my reality as an adult on top
Oh,
of, pursuing
you
content
had
creating.
balance. Yeah.
It was it got harder because I just feel like when I get narrow minded on something, like when I want something, I'm just like I'm super focused on it, and I'll still try to
Okay.
keep the multitasking on a broad when it comes to like still pushing for more videos, but it just became a little bit harder because I was just focused on so many other things in regards to getting my life together as an adult. So it was just it got a little hard. It got a little hard, and you know what I'm saying. Like I don't want to put myself
Yeah.
too out there, so kind of
Okay.
it just burnt me out. It burnt me out, and I got caught up with the real life stuff behind the
Yeah.
scenes. But overall, in
Right.
the beginning of the years, I definitely enjoyed it. It helped me understand like I don't in a way it showed me the ways to navigate through YouTube when like shorts became abroad. I was like, okay, that's really cool.
Right.
And then when I really started to see the numbers, and then that's when I saw that I could have grown from through shorts. I just
Right.
fell off, and I feel like that was my biggest mistake. My biggest mistake in my beginning of my content years was not being consistent enough on my shorts, because I felt like my shorts is where most, like when you're doing like certain things that you see your audience likes to
Yeah.
see. Yeah,
Right.
I
Okay.
kind of saw my potential in shorts more than I saw in my videos due to the numbers, but
Okay.
also the retention. So I was trying to understand retention. I'm trying to understand like what the audience wants. And I feel like
Okay.
with shorts, I feel like it helps a lot with understanding what your audience wants in regards to, retention. How are you going to keep
Right.
them from scrolling? You know what I'm saying?
No,
So
that's
I
okay.
think I definitely learned a lot in the beginning years, like being when you go hard and you start really paying attention to the numbers. Well, not really. Just I don't want to sound like I was just focused on numbers, but more so like what my audience is looking for. That's really the number one goal was me trying to understand and learn my audience. That's still what I'm trying to do to this day. But in the
Okay.
beginning years, understanding the potential behind the shorts was like definitely a positive for me.
Okay.
I'm a
Okay.
sucker for
That's no. That's what's up. No, I mean, like
that.
you said, you do have your burnouts. You do. It's all about figuring it out. I know for me, early on. with YouTube. It was hard for me because, like I said, I originally was supposed to have been in different like content creator, well, friends. I was supposed to be doing channels with
Hmm.
friends, and that never really got quite anywhere. And then after a while, I was supposed to be doing one with the relative. That didn't work out. That person seemed like they weren't really interested, pretended that they were interested. And I'm like, why are you pretending that you're interested? You're really not. Then the last straw for me is when another friend was like, "Oh yeah, I want to do it, but what you're trying to do not gonna work with our channel." And I'm like, "Nah, bro. Let me just let me just leave this alone. I had tried multiple times with friends. That wouldn't get me nowhere." It was hard. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying, just starting off because, like I said, I didn't have the best phone to record content. You know
Mm,
what I'm
I
saying. So
forgot about
then
that.
yeah, so then like if my memory, I had an LG phone and stuff like that. If you ever can stream with Carl, he streamed with Red. Oh yeah, I streamed with Red before Carl. I don't know who Carl is. Who is Carl? If you don't mind me asking, no offense. But the thing was for me, yeah, I didn't have all the things that I had now and stuff like that. So it was more so like, yeah, I got these things, but I don't have the best quality. Like I said, I got better lighting now. I use mainly my tablet. A lot of people be surprised, but yeah, the tablet is where I mainly record content from and even stream from. And then for me, it was hard because the type of content I was putting out early on, you know what I'm saying? Like originally my content was going this was gonna be skits. I went from motivational stuff, which was completely boring to me. I threw that out the window. I was like, okay, this is boring, putting it together, and this is like, this ain't
Mm,
really me. You know what I'm saying? But then I
yeah.
started to do other stuff dealing with pop culture with it. It was like Marvel, anime. I would say
Hmm.
the first video that really kind of took off was the Brawley video, which I no longer have on my channel. But yeah, it was hard because, like I said, I wanted to grow as a content creator, and then like meeting people wasn't always the most pleasant experience when it came to content creators and stuff. So that was another thing too. And I mean, eventually, you know, I got through it, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, I had to go through a rebrand. Like I said, my channel was originally supposed to be skits.
Yeah.
way,
Yeah.
way before this whole Marvel DC type of stuff. But that's okay. You know what I'm saying? I started somewhere. I was just uncertain about things. I mean, I wish I had your dedication early on when it came to like knowing exactly what you wanted. But me, I was like, I'm still trying to figure this out. Like, do I really want to stick to this or one thing? And I'm glad I didn't. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he streamed with Ray. Okay, thanks. Yeah, man, is Ray still streaming? My bad, man. Like, sorry, Ray, if you see this. Because I know every now and then she does stream, but recently, PK, Dung, if you don't mind me asking. So yeah, so it is definitely an experience. Like I said, it's good that you kind of knew start like right off what you needed to do and stuff. So I think that's pretty dope. Like I said, me,
Thank you.
I
That
was
was
still
not easy.
I'm
For
still trying to
real.
figure it out.
And then what killed me even more was like my beginning years. I was using my
Yeah,
phone. But
yeah,
when you're in the zone and you really want to be like active and you want to give it, and I was trying to
right.
give it with just my phone. I was trying to give it, and I'm like,
Yeah,
dang, that was also slowing me down low key a little bit. But I'm not gonna say
yeah,
that anybody that's upcoming right now that is considering to do YouTube and you just have your
yeah,
phone, use your phone,
yeah.
and
Use
then
your
but also utilize, be resourceful as much as possible, especially with shorts
yeah,
now that's popping with shorts.
yeah.
The possibilities are endless, literally.
Excuse me.
Um, but yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, my see the phone I had an LG phone. So like once the memory got full, that was it. My phone,
Literally
my
killed
phone was
me.
Debo. My phone was Debo. What memory?
So question. What
Yeah.
were some of the? Did you actually use like for me? I used vidIQ. I used
Hmm.
There's another one that I can't even think of, but it's called YouTube something.
Okay.
I have to look it up, but it's vidIQ.
Okay.
You know what vidIQ is, right?
Yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah. Hmm.
So yeah, I ended up using that as one of my also one of the resources to understand like the algorithm and stuff like that. 'Cause I used to watch like videos of like how to da 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 da, how to use your
Yeah.
titles and your hashtags and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Right. Yeah, my homeboy, he put me on to YouTube Studio. That was the first time I ever heard of YouTube Studio. I thought it was just like some movie thing. I'm like, YouTube Studio, like, I'm thinking like this some movie star type stuff. Like, YouTube Studio? Like, yeah, man. I'm like, okay, I checked it out and it was right. It was actually, where's the Linky for Tier's channel? Oh, it's actually in the other collaboration we did, but it'll be in this one too, by the way. Don't, I'm not going to forget. Thanks for asking, PK. I appreciate it. Yeah, so yeah, yeah, YouTube Studio was one that I use pretty frequently. I think, I mean, it's no, I know it's not accurate, you know what I'm saying, but it gets the job done, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, it's definitely something that I really do use. So my next question is something that's interesting. Was YouTube your first passion, or was it something
Oh,
else?
I love this question. Oh no, my first this okay, my first passion was definitely singing. I grew up in a house.
What?
Yeah, I grew up in a household filled with singers singing. You know, we talking
What?
all types of singing.
Wow! I would have
Singing.
not
That was
expected
my
that.
dream was to be on
Wow.
Disney, like in those musicals and well, that's still my dream. That's still my dream. High key, low key, still my dream. But like Disney, being a little Disney actor or whatever
Yeah.
the heck. Then my
Okay.
second passion was dancing. Third passion is reading,
Yeah.
journaling, writing, poetry, all of that. That yeah, I got a lot
Wow.
of passions, a lot of yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Wow. You wanna sing something?
No, 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 no. I ain't saying in a minute. I've been too focused on trying to get to, trying to figure out a plot for you.
or if you got some poetry, I mean, it's up to you.
No, I actually thought I haven't wrote poetry in a minute too. So I kind of
Oh,
lost.
okay.
I lost, parts of that just a little bit, but it's
Oh,
not hard to
okay.
tap back in. But
Oh, you might have to do some poetry, some
yeah, I gotta
poetry
get back
content,
into it. There is so
or
oh yeah, poetry content. That's something I was also considering too, doing something like that, but more like more in a way that like connects with the audience and
yeah,
yeah.
like either that or either some people do singing covers where they have the original, they have their own music where they that. Yeah, I never.
Mm,
Wow, that's what's up. Though. You come from a musical family. That's what's up.
yeah.
Yeah, my granddad, he was a singer. He in a group. That's
Mm,
the only people I know that's in the family. That me and my cousin down south, he's a country singer. You know what I'm saying? No, I think it's a blues singer. Blues singer, I think. Blues, I believe.
mm.
But yeah, granddad, yeah, my actual grandfather, my mother's father, was actually a part of a group. It didn't last long, but I
Like the
remember seeing
sinners,
a picture.
that type
Huh?
of blues, like the sinners, that type of blues.
I'm not really for sure to be honest. Like I said, I've heard here and there his music, every now and then because my mom she'd be on Facebook and I hear his stuff. But I
Hmm.
think it's more up to date. I would say to be honest
Oh.
with you. Yeah. So I mean, I guess it's more of a modern sound.
Mhm.
Have you done Dang of the Month contest on my channel? No, PK, you're new, but I'll check out your channel. Yeah, you're new to me. Like I said, man, I'm glad you're here. To be honest.
What up, what up?
um, so for me, I know you probably want to know. Yeah, YouTube wasn't my first passion. It was art. I was into painting, drawing, sketching, collages, you know what I'm saying? Abstract, you name it. I was the RC kid in school throughout my whole like K through 12. I was the RC kid. I was surprised I didn't win the person most artistic. It was stole by somebody else. I'm like, I've been doing this way longer than this person. Like, how did I not get that? Guess what I got though? I got class clown. I was close to winning class clown, B. I really was. It was funny because my friend was like, "Yeah, did you know that you're in the second for class clown?" I'm like, "Stop playing with me." I went to go see the list. I'm like, "Dang, I actually did make the list for that, and not most artistic." But yeah, painting, drawing, sketching. I just had like a moment where I just kind of got tired of doing that for a while. Like you know what I'm saying? Just I had to find something else to fill the void, and here comes YouTube pretty much. I got into YouTube. Yes, it was difficult getting into recording videos on the Raggedy LG phone. because it would get
iPhone 11.
um, yeah,
Yeah.
so the thing was, it was new to me, just figuring out things and kind of just understanding that this it's gonna take a while to understand because this ain't me painting and drawing type of thing, none of that type of stuff. So I was like, well, getting used to it, getting comfortable with it. And I think that was the thing with YouTube. I had to understand, like, okay, this is not, it's a medium of art. It's not, me painting or drawing, but it's more so me just learning how to record, edit, that type of thing. And over time, I realized that, you know what? You just made me think about something. I'm surprised you ain't putting any of your painting and drawings and videos. I see you do painting.
Cause I wanna, I feel like the ones that y'all already seen are so old, but I need to get back into it in a way that's like when I gotta wake up like early and just start painting. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
or just like
Yeah.
freestyle. Cause I really want my goal is to fill up like my almost my entire place with like artsy stuff. Like I want my place to be fully like a creative place to be. Like I
Yes.
just want to fill my crib with creative
Right,
stuff.
get that creativity out there.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at you.
For real, because then you like when you're thinking of an idea, it also can help with like just giving yourself more
Yeah,
ideas on creative side.
yeah,
I love being creatively stimulated in a way. But anyways,
yeah. Yeah, so that's what's up though. Yeah, I would have never guessed that. Dang, man, that's interesting. So
mm,
I got a question for you. This is a common one, but I'm gonna give it with a twist this time around. If you didn't have Tierra Rodriguez as a channel name, what would your channel name be?
ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I feel like I'd be like no name. Like I wouldn't have a name because I just want to be because I want my
Wow.
work to speak for itself. Like, oh my gosh, who is this person? Who is this person? You know what I'm saying? I want my work. I want my work to speak for it. So you'll be so
Wow.
inclined to want to watch, see, hear, listen, So I wouldn't be saying
Wow,
no
that's
name.
interesting. So you would have been like a enigma or a
You would have to
mystery.
keep you gotta keep high, you
So,
gotta pop, you gotta
so, so look, you didn't think about TR 3000?
I can. You never know. Start playing the flute out here.
Right, and the piano. He playing the piano now too.
That would be sick. Imagine.
Yeah, that's wow.
Mhm.
Man, that's
But I managed to
interesting.
learn how to play
So
piano.
yeah, oh, you did it too?
Yeah,
You
like
started piano?
around like 12th
Oh,
grade. It was like years ago though. But that's
that's
been like one of my dream instruments.
that's
So
what's
I can
up. You was on
quickly
your
pick
Alicia.
up.
You was on your Alicia Keys. All
It could have. You just never know.
right. You was gonna be out here on your Alicia Keys. Like, all right, now you're playing the piano. Ding,
You never know. You never know.
ding, ding,
I
ding.
met her long
That's
lost
what's up.
sister.
Hey, look, I'm not gonna lie to you. Piano I played, but I wasn't the best at it. And I do have piano fingers, so I got the long fingers. I was not good at the piano. Now I could play the flute pretty good, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't the best at the flute either. That was another failed attempt at getting into like instruments.
You know the
But the
oddest.
flute was
Oh
the
no, no, go
artist.
ahead, go ahead. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so the flute, yeah, I did. It was short lived. The piano I did, but it was just me figuring out how to do songs, dun, 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 with the actual piano keys and stuff. But yeah.
Hmm.
So what you about to say?
The oddest instrument that I ever played. I don't like. I look back at the younger me, and I'm like, what? Why did I even consider? But mine was
Yeah.
the trumpet, and
What?
yeah, it was so odd. It was like a little moment of that for a little bit, and I was just like, I look back like, why? I don't know.
Yeah. You should
I don't
trumpet one
know.
for you.
But I honestly wanted to challenge myself because as a trumpet player, you have to like
Yeah.
that's a lot of like breath work.
Yeah,
And
breath
I was
work.
thinking
Yeah.
about that as a singer. That also goes hand in hand. Breath work.
It does. Yeah, it really does. Yeah, that's wow. That's interesting. Wow, the trumpet. There was only one other instrument I played, and that was the saxophone. Yeah, that was
Oh,
interesting. Yeah, the saxophone was pretty cool.
cool. That's different.
It was, yeah, the saxophone. Like, yeah, I play musical instruments. I just never really fully dedicated myself to do it. It was more so like, hey, this is
I need to really get into a dedicated. I need to get more dedicated. That's what I want to work
fun.
on.
did,
Get more
did you
dedicated into something.
right? Did you? I know back in school, back when I was in, I think it was yeah, elementary school, we did the Lion King where the music teacher played the piano and they had like the Lion King song to it. And that was dope. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, one of them high tech pianos from back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, yeah, music. Yeah, it's interesting for sure. Like you said, the instruments we play. You played the instruments. I played the instruments. Like I said, yeah, it was short lived. I don't know. I guess art was more my thing, and instruments was like, okay, this is cool. But I will say the flute is one of my favorite instruments. Like if I hear music with flutes, and I'm kind of like just yo, bring it with these flutes. I was listening to this artist, Jimmy Poindexter. He kind of reminds me of like a mixture of Kendrick and Childish Gambino. This is sound. And like his last album that just came out recently had a lot of flute work on it. I was like, man, I like that he's playing. He has the flute. I don't know if he's playing the flute or not, or he got somebody playing it or not. But I was just like, yo, I'm invested. Not I like not just the rap lyrics, but the flute playing in it. I'm like, yo, let me see what this album about. But yeah, that's interesting though. I thought for sure, like you would say, Tier experience. You know what I'm saying? Tier 3000, something of that
Gotta
nature.
find me. Gotta. Oh, yeah.
but you but you said nah, just no name, huh? you been like that,
Name. You got.
you been like them YouTubers that just being like you see they have a profile pic when you go to their videos it just be all black. like
Yep.
who is this?
Yep. That's me. That would be me. No name, no nothing. You don't know. You gonna see me through the thumbnail. Yeah.
oh man, that's crazy, yo. Wow. so
Yeah.
yeah, so my next question for you, and this is an interesting one. Now that I think about it, with YouTube, we all have our rough patches with YouTube when it comes down to it. Was there a time where you were stuck, like whether it was your subscribers or just stuck with your watch hours? And how did you get through that? Because I know I actually experienced that with YouTube.
Mine is gonna be. I don't really stress on the. Well, I mean, I don't want to
Okay,
jinx myself, but more
okay, no,
so, but I'm gonna word it correctly.
okay,
My biggest rough spot I feel like would be my watch hours.
okay, okay.
That is like it's just been like that for the longest. The only
Ah,
thing that has improved on my watch hours is my shorts. But yeah, it's still hard. I mean, 3 million views for shorts, 3,000 watch
woo,
hours. It's like
woo, you better than me. I'm not gonna lie.
no, I didn't reach them. I didn't reach them though. I didn't reach it.
when it comes to the shorts, I mean, it seemed like you said you got back into it.
Mhm.
But yeah, shorts is it's another lane. I'm not
That's
gonna lie, it ain't my best lane, but yes, I've been stuck
yeah.
on YouTube years ago. I was stuck at 300 subs for like maybe 2 months. That was rough. I'm not gonna lie, that was rough. It was crazy because that wasn't the first time that happened to me. I had a
Mhm.
second time when I reached 1,000 subs on YouTube. I got stuck again because people were subbing, and like I was at 1,000 during the beginning of the week. Then later on during the week, 998, 997. So yeah, you can get stuck for sure, man. And I was
Yeah.
just like, yo, like, and it was crazy because people like, yeah, what happened? I thought you were 1,000. Like, I did too.
Yep.
like,
I
yeah, so
don't know.
yeah, you can get stuck with subs. Watch hours for sure. That is what I'm going through as well. I'm
Hmm.
currently like at I would say 881 watch hours. That's where I'm at currently right now.
That's what's up.
Uh, yeah, because at first I wasn't
Wow.
even there. Yeah, so
Hmm.
that yeah, watch hours definitely is a thing. I will be honest with you. I consider getting into back to doing shorts, but it's hard. I don't know what it is about me with shorts. like I get subs with shorts. I'm not gonna lie, I do get subs. But the
Period. That's
problem is I can't get my people that subscribe to me with shorts over to my lengthy content like the live stream or my regular videos. And that's another reason why I'm like, I don't want to get trapped. And I even know, shouts out to my man Styles, so I know he'll probably catch it later, or he might join in. The biggest problem was he got stuck in that lane where they only his people only wanted to do shorts, and I was supporting his long form content and his short form content. So, like when he
mm,
told me that was the best advice I got, he's like, "Look, man, if you do too many of these shorts, bro, you gonna be considered." YouTube got you in the shorts. You gonna be known for that. And I was like, God, like when he told me that, I'm like, ah. And I had to think about that because I'm like, I don't want to be getting into that lane because I'm not trying to do shorts, you know what I'm saying, like that. So I was like, mm.
I don't know. I'm trying to be good at it all. I'm trying to be good at it all.
Nah,
But
that's
yeah,
good that you well rounded with it though. Like I said, I just haven't had the best experience with shorts. And then not just that, people would go to like the best part of the short. I'm like, why can't you just watch the whole short? You know what I'm saying? So that's my other issue with
that's even with
shorts.
full videos. Even with full videos, it could be well
Oh yeah,
informed and they'll just skip
yeah.
the parts they're looking for.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure, yeah. So that's why I'm kind of like, man. But no, that's great that you're able to get things like with shorts. Like you've been doing well with shorts, like consistency.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I think I have my ups and downs with it all. I just try to remember that the younger me how much the younger me wanted to do this for so long, and how
right.
hard I worked to have my own space just to do this. I have a deeper reason why I do YouTube, but the surface of it is like remembering where I came from. Like, damn, I worked so hard to have my own space to finally do what
Yeah,
I've been anticipating to do for a long time, which is just being fully creative in my own space, being able to
that's
do
true.
what I enjoy doing, whether that's painting, drawing, singing, dancing. If I want to throw in a damn instrument in here and become Ray Charles one day, I can just do that. You know what I'm saying?
That's silly.
I have my own little like background and do monologues. Like there's just so many
Yeah,
things. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? That I'm just so grateful to be able to have the opportunity to do that. That's the real surface part of the reason why I keep going despite the numbers, despite the views, despite how hard it is to get subscribers, despite nobody really want to know support you. I just have a vision and I'm gonna keep
yeah.
going until I fully get that execution. Or until I
Okay.
just drop dead pretty much. Until I drop dead. So I do battle with self doubt though, because just like, dang, like it just feels like when you're climbing a mountain and you're looking up and it's just like, damn, I don't do that.
Right. Yeah, that's wow. So my
Mhm.
next question for you is really interesting. So I wanna do something different. I haven't done this with the live stream as a question. How would you rank from your least to your favorite when it comes to making content? Like so, from live streams to shorts to your regular video content. How would you rank it if you had to rank it?
I'll say
Okay.
the first is gonna be shorts because I low key enjoy chopping them up. If copyright wasn't a thing, I'd be killing it.
Yeah.
I'll be killing it
Yeah.
with the music on top of,
Yeah.
just the creativity just go freaking nuts if
Okay.
copyright didn't exist. But anyways,
Right.
shorts, then in second is gonna be full video because, once the whole thing is done, it's just,
Right.
so cool.
Okay.
There's just a great feeling. And
Okay.
then I'm gonna say I like live streaming. But I have
Yeah.
to be, but I like to do stream. If I like to go live doing things, I can't just sit still, just sitting and waiting for people to talk to me. You know what I'm saying? So I like to be active. I got to be
Okay.
doing stuff, interacting with people. So I think
Okay.
live stream has its benefits. So it's pretty cool.
Okay. Yeah, that's what's up. Wow. Live stream. Wow. I thought for sure you was gonna say live stream second, but you surprised me. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
that's gonna
lie.
be the last. So that's gonna be the last. So I want to find ways to be entertaining. I can't just sit there. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to get your mind going in some type of capacity, or just moving around, being fun or something.
Yeah, hey guys, how's it going, man? Thanks for tuning in. So if I had to rank it, I would say. first would be regular video content for sure. Live streams for sure, because I do enjoy doing live streams. And second, when it comes down to long form content.
Mhm.
And then shorts, because like I said, I do that the least on my channel. So it's like, well, they're there. I do have them. It's just not necessarily like my big plus, like, hey, here you go. I got, you know what I'm saying,
Right,
that type of thing. Yeah, so yeah, I think videos, people tend to go to the videos more so than the shorts. You know, I've gotten subscribers
good.
off of shorts. Yeah. And live streams. Okay, so when I did Blur Saga, I had subscribers, but I lost maybe like 4 or 5 of them because they were only coming to the live streams. And I'm like, well, I got regular video content you go check out.
Mm.
But props to the ones that stuck around that did check out the regular video content, not just my live streams. They're like, oh, you're known for live stream. Like, yeah, I am, but that's not my only niche. When it comes to YouTube, I do regular video content.
You do
And
go
so
hard on your lives though. You be going hard on your lives. I ain't even gonna hold you. You go hard
yeah,
like dang, I don't know how you do
yeah.
it.
Yeah, I mean, live streaming is fun. I mean, it's all about finding the right
Mm.
person to do a live stream or just doing it solo. I mean, the solo thing was working, but I
Mhm.
think the problem was people weren't really invested in the idea of it. So that also became a problem. That's why I stopped doing blurs. I'm like, dang, like people are not really invested in this. And I'm like, I'm not about to keep putting my energy into this, and people are not really into the idea of it. And that's kind of been of a problem. Oh yeah, that's Cosmic Star. He's been working on the tour
Hey.
on Maria World. Okay, that's what's up, man. I think you said, is it Mariah World or Maria World? Okay, that's what's up. But yeah, that's been the thing for me too. It's like live streaming is fun. It seems like I do better when I work with people, you know what I'm saying? Or if I have a co-host like for a podcast or something like that. That seems to work a lot better. But when I do solo, it's kind of like, man, like they just, then the biggest thing I learned too, like when I was doing the Blur Sagas, it seemed like YouTube was trying to push me into like the streamer lane. Like I was full time streamer, like all I want to do is streaming content. I'm like, nah, get this out of here. I ain't no full time streamer. Not every video you see like stream, 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 stream. I was just like, no. So they were like pumping out my streams more so than my regular content. So that was kind of a thing too. Like I noticed, I'm like, dang, they did me dirty. I said, oh. Yeah, so for sure.
The,
Cosmic Surgeon. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
as long as you keep, I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead, Jar.
I was gonna say that have you as long as you have been going, determined and going just, super hard on live streams. I mean not live streams but YouTube.
Uh-huh.
Has there ever been a moment where you like decided to like really invest in like a book to completely learn about like the algorithm and like really the breakdown of YouTube overall? Like on a systematic level, like the books that we be talking about like the algorithm and stuff like that and
Well,
YouTube
I
books.
yeah, I got one of those. You're right. I do have one of those. But also, I learn from YouTube sometimes too. Like I've glanced throughout the book and stuff. Like I do have it. It's one of those dummies for YouTube content creators. I picked
Oh,
up
that's
from the
cool.
bookstore. Um, the other thing is too, I learn from people on YouTube as well. Sometimes you click videos and you can learn information as well, or even learn from your content creator peers. I know it sounds cliche-ish, but sometimes you can learn from them. I know a lot of people don't like listening to advice from other content creators. That's something I've kind of gotten to know a little bit more. And that could be a problem too, because like, well, if people are giving out information, sometimes you can really learn from it just by listening to what they're saying. And sometimes it's kind of like they hear you, but they don't want. It's like they're in denial about it, or maybe they're just like maybe what's the best? Deer in the headlight moment. That's the best way to describe it. Like a deer, and then they feel like they just like get frantic about it. Um, but yeah, I learned from YouTube. I even Google stuff on you about YouTube as well too. And I used to be on Reddit. Sometimes they would have like cool information on there. Like I don't be on there like that, but You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think we're in the age of information. Well, not anymore, but we're still in the age of information, but just in a different way now. And where you can learn different things, like you said, through buzz, other YouTubers, all that type of stuff. And that's what it is. I mean, like you said before, it's definitely it keeps you on your toes when it comes to learning with YouTube. I'm not gonna lie. It's just like, man, it's people like, how do you? I'm like, hey, information's out there. You just gotta be willing to take a chance, listen, learn things, go research stuff.
That
Maybe
part.
learn. Yeah, so for sure. So my next question, this is a good one. I just thought about this. um, this is a good one. Pros and cons of being in a content creator group. Like, what are your pros? What are your cons?
Um, I think when it comes to the all black, certain groups, I'm gonna just say,
Okay, certain
it's
groups.
just
Okay.
like, yeah, it's just like more so on Facebook, it just kills me because it's just like I'm watching a 30-minute video and you have no idea what that person is doing, in regards to their own personal life. And they're really watching. Like me, I would fully watch a video and I'm like expecting you to do the same because we're both trying to get the watch. I was just both on the same boat. We're both trying to get to the same destination. Why is it getting so hard? Like, why is it so hard to get it in return? Like, I don't know. It's like pulling teeth, It's just
Okay.
like,
Okay.
I'm not here to, I don't want to feel like I'm kissing ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving
Okay.
support to gain the support, but it just seems kind of like
Yeah.
it be feeling very much pointless, and I don't want to feel like I don't want to keep myself from still providing support to those who actually support me. It's just more so the
Okay.
bad apples in the garden that just act like celebrities when really we're all in the same boat, regardless if you have 1,000, 5,000, 10,000. We're all trying to get to the main goal, that plaque,
Right.
that press button. We're all
Yeah,
trying to
that's
get
true.
it,
That's true.
you
That's true.
know.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
But yeah.
Anything else or no?
Then the good part of it is that I've been able to, and I've been bumping into people that encourage me, that just uplift me in a way that's like, oh my gosh, like keep going, and
Yeah.
they're just so sweet to me. So I love the people that are so sweet, encouraging, and supportive, and I really appreciate it so much.
Yeah.
Then I love like just meeting new people, understand watching videos of people's cultures. That's also really cool and interesting to me. I
Okay.
love educated. I love like the educational aspects of like people that are also upcoming YouTubers, content creators that talk
Mhm.
about some things that teach me something new, which I enjoy as
Okay.
well. Um, what else? And just networking overall, I just really enjoy like the different people, the different areas, and how they explore and travel. I enjoy that a lot. Like I enjoy meeting new people and actually making friendships, connections. It's really cool.
Okay. That's a good one. As I'm sorry, it's only time for me. It's hard to find balance. You gotta find balance. I mean, if you gotta take a break, bro, take a break, bro. You know what I'm saying? You don't wanna overdo nothing, you know what I'm saying, where you just like completely burnt out in your avatar, man. You know what I'm saying? You might need to go take a nap, go for a walk, whatever it is you need to do, you
Hmm.
know what I'm saying, to recharge. So yeah, bro, make sure you make sure it's get some balance in there, man. Like I said, even if you just go play the game to kill off some steam, you know what I'm saying, whatever it is that I guess how can I put it? But
Question:
yeah.
if money didn't exist, would you still be doing YouTube? Like if money wasn't a concern, didn't exist at all, like we didn't have to, we didn't have to worry about money. Would you be doing YouTube? And what are the other passions that you fully pursuing with all of your heart?
So if money wasn't involved, I probably would. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, there are content creators now
In
that
here,
don't
I was
do
going right.
that don't do it for money. You know what I'm saying? And I guess it's weird a little bit because you like, and some of these people I've seen had 1,000 subscribers, me even more than that, and I'm like, hey, you're not doing this for money. I've seen this one guy. He showed how to dismantle like a flat screen plasma TV, and my
Mhm.
man's is just satisfied not monetizing. And I guess to each his own. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? And maybe he got a reason for that. You know, everybody got their reason for it. If I had any other passions, maybe getting back into art, like painting, drawing, sketching, collages, that type of thing, and maybe instruments, maybe. I
I be
did
doing
have a
everything.
moment. I did have a moment when I enjoyed playing the flute. Like I said, well, it's the clarinet because it is a plus. It got the name
Mhm.
specifics. You know what I'm saying? Maybe even learning about the piano. I mean, I wish I would have played a little bit more around with the piano. It just,
Shit. I wish I would have
I
stuck with the trumpet. Shoot, that's a lot of breath. When I say breath work, you gotta be breathing through that thing.
No, that's a good question though. I mean, when you think about that, that was a really good question. I'm not gonna lie. So,
Thank you.
so if I had pros and cons, okay, I'll start with the pros. So the pros would being in a consecrated group. Like I said, you networking with other people, whether they have the same type of content or different type of content. When it comes down to it, you know what I'm saying. Then the other thing is too, you're able to collaborate with them if they interested in collaborating with you. You know what I'm saying. So
Hmm.
that's another thing. So another pro. Let's see what's the other pro. Support. You know what I'm saying. If they really support what you're doing, they check out your playlist, your other videos, that type of thing. And those are the pros. The cons, man, there are a couple of cons. I've been in groups where people monetize on YouTube, right? So my
Mm.
thing is they monetize on YouTube, but they know the group ain't monetized. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody trying to do the monetizing thing, but some of these people are selfish. For real. It's
Hmm.
bad. It's like, well, if you monetize, why you can't help everybody else in the group? Like and that's the thing too. The other thing too, sometimes the cons are you'll be cool. Like for instance, with me and you, we're both cool. But then you got other content creators hating, oh, you cool with this person and that. And it's like, what's wrong with being cool with people in the group? You know what I'm saying? Instead of having drama, like I said, the first group that you were actually in, because I had a group before that, it was just dramatic. It was like people weren't really getting along. And then, like, I remember the one time I asked somebody about something in particular, and I couldn't even get an answer from the person. You know what I'm saying? That's like I just asked a simple question. I didn't yell, didn't cuss them out. I didn't do any of that. I'm like, I can't get an answer. Like, what's up with that? So yeah, lack of communication, jealousy, even the group. As a matter of fact, the group that we were in, oh man, I'm gonna bring it up. So there were two content creators beefing in our group, and this is like the first group that you were in with me. And I remember like they were like, putting each other on blast in the group. I'm like, wow, wow, take this outside the group. Take this outside the group. I'm like, yo, like, and it was
That's
crazy because
wild.
they both hit me up. They hit me up that same day. They're like, yeah. And I'm like, nah, y'all need to take that out the group. Look, don't include the group in y'all messiness or drama that y'all got going on. And, one of them did monetize, you know what I'm saying? They stopped helping me. You know what I'm saying? They stopped helping me. And I never understood that, but I watched the playlist that they sent me. I watched the videos they sent me, and even when they posted them in the group, and I was like, dang. Like,
Wow.
this is crazy, right? The other person, I guess they just no longer were interested in my content. That's totally fine too. But yeah, drama, communications of kind. The other thing is too, I feel like it's a disconnect. People don't really connect like they used to. I know at some point in time people do connect in YouTube groups, you know what I'm saying? But I feel sometimes people don't really get a chance to know other people. And it's only
Mm.
like maybe they got that particular person that they're cool with. And like I said, I interact with people, you know what I'm saying? Even when I started my consecrated journey, I was kind of more introverted, you know what I'm saying? I started like taking a little bit more serious, and then some of the other things I was seeing, But you gotta give people a chance, get a chance to know people. Like I said, there was a point in time where I almost just said, you know what, I don't really want to know nobody in this lane. I just don't subscribe. Not subscribe, but I'm gonna do the YouTube thing. I just don't want to really interact with anybody. And here come these content creators. Shouts out to Hot About Nothing. They're no longer YouTubers, by the way, but they were dope. Two best friends, I believe, were close friends. But they were Canadian YouTubers. And shouts out to ReTV. And then there was another one that actually got me out of that because at some point in time, I'm like, man, I'm gonna just throw out my content, put it out there. Whoever want to subscribe can subscribe. But it just was like almost in an antisocial mode, like all this drama, all this other stuff going on. No,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So I almost went solo dolo. And there are content creators that are like that, like for real, for real. Like I've seen this one, and she's got a big following, you know what I'm saying? The subscribers, and she doesn't really interact with her audience. And I guess that probably would have been a con too, because I'm like, okay, yeah, you can comment on it. I may drop a like on it. That would have probably been it, but I almost went a different path. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, so man, yeah, for sure. So my next question for you, and this is interesting, I'm thinking about this now. What is something, right? Because YouTube is constantly evolving, right? What feature do you miss from YouTube that we don't have
Mm, damn, that's a good question. Fuck.
anymore? Birdman hairs.
Damn. Damn.
She like,
We
little
don't got
pause.
anyone?
She like, pause. Wait a minute. I'll let you think on that. All right,
Um,
go ahead. Go. I'm gonna let you think. Oh
a
boy.
feature that's no longer.
Yeah.
I don't think I don't,
It can
I
be
mean,
any
whatever
YouTube
is
feature.
there. I don't think there's
Whatever.
anything. Honestly, I
Whatever.
just hate the
Okay.
fact that there's 6 million views required for shorts. That's the only thing that's like bugging me. That trips me out. Like 3 million, three
Oh wow.
million people.
So no,
I'm
no
trying to
fit.
figure out how to get there. Like, that's the only thing that's killing me. So, but I don't think there's anything. I don't think there's anything I
You
have. Like,
okay? Well, I'm gonna tell you mine, and you can come back to this question if you want to
yeah,
come back to it.
okay.
Okay. So the first thing is, I don't know if you remember, but you've been around for long enough. They used to have YouTube groups. You could create YouTube groups on YouTube. I do
I
miss
did
that.
not know you could do that. Are you serious?
What?
That's
Yeah.
funny. What? I didn't even know that. That's
Yeah, that was
crazy.
the yeah, a
Damn.
friend yeah, a friend of mine that's a YouTuber. I don't know if he still does it full time or anything. He invited me to a group. The group wasn't great. I'm not gonna lie. It was I
Mhm.
was me and him, we interacted with one another. The other people were selfish or just stuck up, you know. But it was dope though. I was like, man, this is a cool feature. Like, I wonder if YouTube would have kept that feature, would it have took off as what I'm saying, versus like having to create a group on IG, TikTok, or wherever platform you're on. You know what I'm saying? That was one of them. The other one I wish they would bring back is the block button. Oh, YouTube had a
They
wonderful
don't have
block
a
button.
block button?
Yeah, YouTube had a block button. Yeah.
No, but they don't have it anymore? I thought we still have it.
We do, but it's called remove user. And
Oh,
it's pretty
right.
much the what do you call it? The Disney version of it. That's the Disney version.
That's hilarious.
That's really what it is. Because what Disney is, you can remove the person, but they can still watch your stuff on your channel. So that's what I said. Bring
Oh.
that block button back. Bring that button back, YouTube.
But at least
Why
they can't
y'all?
comment, right?
Huh?
They can't comment though.
No, they
If you
can't
remove
comment.
them.
Yeah, you
Okay,
can't.
so get that watch hour. Get that watch hour, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, but see, so do you have any other?
No, I'm still trying to work with 3 million views to reach. I'm still trying to work with that.
Well, I'm just saying, like stuff that, like I said, that you missed from YouTube that we originally had. I meant to say, yeah,
Mm.
that,
I do wish that I would have started YouTube at 2015. I heard back in those days YouTube was completely different.
oh yeah,
And
I
yeah,
appreciate.
I definitely wish I would have started then.
Okay,
That's it.
yeah.
Cause
Now,
yeah,
I'm surprised you ain't.
I wish it didn't change like completely to the point of having all kinds of rules and copyrights and
Yeah.
yeah.
So since we talked about that with YouTube, here's another one I'm thinking about. Let me see where we gonna go. So with YouTube, right? How
Mhm.
do you feel about YouTube constantly evolving? Like, after a little while, you see all these new features and stuff. Do
Mm.
you embrace this change with YouTube, or you kind of like, I don't really like this because it's constantly
I embrace
evolving?
it.
You
I
embrace it?
embrace
Okay,
it. Yeah,
okay,
because it's just like okay, live. I was like, oh, I don't know about live, but then when I started seeing like the pros for it, I'm like, okay, even though you're gonna find your creeps, you're gonna find your weirdos, you're also gonna find people that actually like your stuff and actually gonna stick around for the long haul.
right,
It pushes you to be more consistent if you haven't been putting out content like that. It helps you, start interacting, understanding what it's like to be entertaining and still connecting with your audience in a way and figuring out what they
right.
like to watch, what they don't
Mm-hmm.
like to watch, and helps
Yeah,
with your watch hours in some ways.
right.
It's pretty
Mm-hmm.
cool.
Right.
I embrace it because I feel like whatever comes that's evolving YouTube is helping us evolve as well as creators.
Okay. Yeah, I accepted it. I'm not gonna lie. I accepted that YouTube is constantly evolving. Whether it's new takes with YouTube live streams, shorts, you know what I'm saying? How they even post comments and now it's like a Reddit comment now. I've accepted it, and I'm one of those people. I guess you could say I'm a chameleon when it comes to change, when it comes to like that with YouTube, because you
Mhm.
have to be willing to evolve, but also be willing to understand that YouTube is not going to be the same it was back in the early 2000s versus now. And I
Right.
think that is a bit of a problem I see with some people when it comes to YouTube. And like I said, I'm not saying anybody in particular or anything like that. But some of us are just stubborn. We don't like change. We're like, oh, get it away from me, that type of thing. And it's like, well, you gotta evolve and see that this thing is constantly evolving. And like I said, it keeps me learning. That's one thing I will say. YouTube does
Definitely.
keep me learning, whether it's
Hmm.
YouTube Studio, whether it's YouTube. And I think a lot of us just have to understand that 1 a.m. and big. Okay, man. Good night, Cosmic Star. Thanks for tuning in. I know he live all the way in Australia, so yeah, I understand.
Wow.
I wouldn't expect you to say that. Thanks for tuning in, though. Like I appreciate that. So yeah, I think with YouTube constantly evolving, it's just that's something that you have to get used to. Yes, there gonna be things you may not like about certain things, but in the overall, it's helpful. I mean, YouTube Studio. I look at it
Hmm.
now. You can upload videos from YouTube Studio. It used to be a time you couldn't even upload videos from YouTube Studio app. You had to only upload it from YouTube, and that took forever. This is like, man, you sit there like, is my video still loading? And don't let your internet mess up on you. Your video gonna be froze.
That part, literally.
It's gonna be froze. People like, you know, like that Rick Ross. I forgot what video it was.
Hilarious.
Yeah. So, for sure though. So my next question: has this ever happened to you? Because this is something that's happened to me on YouTube. Us
Mhm.
being black content creators, right? Has it ever happened to you where you're not able to upload content on YouTube? Any
Huh.
video that's, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, but they sure love to copyright me though. They love copyright me, girl. I tell you. I'll be like, dang,
Oh
this should be
man.
a one. This is legit. This is fire. No, music, the music this, the music that.
Yeah,
I just
you
can't stand it because it
yeah,
stands in the way.
used to they know they gonna buckle down. I used to do skits, like I said on my channel, and I would use anime music. Oh boy, that copyright was coming. It's like, hey, you can't use this music. Sony owns it. Whoever it is owns it. What's going on?
Making me want to make my own music. Like I'm just sick, tired of
That's
y'all.
probably yeah. You probably should low key. But
Hmm.
yeah. So for me, I had two experiences. So I had a video came out years ago. I did a review on 50 Cent's hit show for Life. It was based on a true story. For some odd reason, I don't know why YouTube would not upload it. I uploaded it multiple times throughout that day. It would
Hmm.
not budge. It would not go through. And the video was based, like I said, it was a TV show review. You know what I'm saying? On
Hmm.
the TV show, and YouTube wouldn't upload it. It wouldn't upload it. That's okay. That's cool. And then there was a second thing that happened to me. I did something for Black History Month this year, and it was just on black movies. It was all the black movie, my actual DVD collection on black movies. I'm like, why is this not uploaded? I kid you not, it never
Question:
uploaded. Mhm.
do you feel like to go to tag on to that? Do you feel like if let's say YouTube only had like they had YouTube Black and then they had YouTube for
That would be interesting.
but only for like they only had a platform if they had a platform for only just YouTube Black, so just be black people uploading and you feel like it'd be different in
It
regards to
probably
like
would be.
getting the
It probably,
view, the rules. I feel like do you think it would have been different if it would have been
it
Black?
probably would. Yeah, it probably would be for sure. But yeah, it just was crazy. Like I said, I'm like, okay, yeah, I did a DVD collection on Black History Month. Y'all act like I was doing a whole, like, you know what I'm saying, every single video, not every single video, every single movie was gonna be a review. No, I just gave you a description of what the movies were about, and then I went to the next DVD. You know what I'm saying?
They
But
probably didn't
no,
want the information to be out.
there's a possibility, yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, and the other one, like I said, it never uploaded, and it was kind of sad because people like, I remember people were asking like, "Where's the For Life review?" And I'm like, "It's not uploading. It wouldn't upload." So like, what am I doing with it? And people are like, "Yeah, you can re-edit it." I'm like, "But I like the way I edited it." You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't about to go back and be like, "Yeah, man, let me tone it down a bit." No, this is on a hit TV show.
Horrible. Damn
Yeah,
it.
so yeah, it was crazy. I just was surprised because, like I said, that's the only two times I've experienced it. I was like, man, this is unbelievable. The DVD one caught me off guard. I'm not gonna lie. The DVD one blew my mind. I was like, yo, I did a whole book one for Black History Month a while back. Why can't I do the DVD collection? You know what I'm saying? And I mean, there are black content creators that do have channels on Black history and stuff. And
Oh
man, I
yeah.
ain't seen none of that stuff
Oh
YouTube
my
be
God!
having.
Speaking of, did you ever watch Drunk History?
You said what movie
Drunk
now?
History. Drunk History. You ever watch? It's like a show
Straight.
where drunk people just sit there and talk about
I,
history, but they're drunk.
no, I ain't never heard that one. There's a
It used to come on Central Comedy.
okay. No, the stream is good, man. I like the setup. Yeah, I appreciate it, Lil. Yeah, man. Yeah, the setup. Oh, you talking about the scripts, or you just talking about just how I guess. Yeah. So yeah, I experienced it, you know what I'm saying? And it was just like weird, I'm like, okay, y'all, if there's somebody of another skin color that could have DVD collection video, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was a bit of a surprise. And this one was this year with the DVDs. Like I said, I was never I
Hmm.
played with them, like, okay, let me see if I can do this. And like I said, my tablet wasn't full of memory and none of that. I
You
just
got a
kind
DVD collection? Oh, that's
of
cool.
yeah, I still
That could be
play.
a video idea, by the way.
Well, I've done the DVD collection as a live stream too, and they let me put
Oh,
that one out.
cool.
Yeah, they let me put that. They
Um,
wouldn't let me put out the.
why? What the heck?
Yeah, it's Black History Month. I guess they said.
Dang, it's deep out here. It's deep out here in these streets. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mm-mm-mm.
so that's how I be sometimes. You know how YouTube get down.
And
So my
do you
next
feel like
question.
YouTube's racist?
What's the maybe? Nah. To some degree.
Yes, I think so. I definitely think so. I think
So, my next question is this is an interesting one. I think about it now. It's a lot of that going on YouTube. How do you deal with trolls and haters on YouTube? 'Cause that's a
oh,
thing on YouTube.
I
You know what I'm saying?
embrace them. I love them. Hi, girl. You don't want the love. You got hit it with kindness. Hit it with kindness. I'm
You're
like,
right.
oh, heart.
It depends. You know what I'm saying? Some of them like, okay, I get it. You know what I'm saying? They're mad, they're sad. The trolls, because there are some that be trolling a lot. My thing is, it depends on the type of content. Like some stuff, I'm like, you know what, you just remove user type of thing. Some I just laugh at. I think it's funny a little bit because it's like, well, if you're why hate on someone else's content? Then there are some that have their own channels, which is another thing I don't like about YouTube, where you have these YouTubers, right? And their channel is nothing about just talking about other content creators, just mad trash and
Whoa,
why they hate them and
what?
stuff. Yeah, yeah, believe it. Trust me, it's the weirdest thing when it comes down to it. But it's like, well, you can put all that creativity and make a dope video. Why make a video on why you hate this other YouTuber or why you dislike them? Like, can we get a little bit more
What a
creative?
waste. What a
Uh,
waste of, that's a
yeah,
waste of existence.
yeah, like just hate, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that is something that is a little weird, you know what I'm saying? And I even had an experience low key where there was a person I was supporting on YouTube. That was a actual content creator too. And one day, you know what I'm saying, I get the notification, check out their live stream and stuff, and she was tearing all her subscribers up in the live stream, just straight
Ah,
dissing them and everything. Like y'all ain't supporting my videos, y'all ain't really helping me and all this stuff. But boy, we
wow.
look, all her subscribers, boy, we was going in on her. It's
That's
like,
crazy.
yeah, and then
And
the crazy thing
tacky.
about yeah,
Tacky,
she
yeah.
was rude and ruthless. Like, damn, why
Mm.
you just gonna tag us? You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking like, oh, she doing shout outs. That's what I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, she shouting us and in the live stream. No, she straight dissing in the live
Mm.
stream. We shut that live stream.
That's crazy. I
Yes.
don't know what I would do in that experience. I just kind of just
Yeah, I
disappear.
mean, yeah, it was just crazy. And then she ended up making another YouTube page, a YouTube channel, I say page, YouTube channel. But I know I wait. Like she sent it to me too. Like, oh yeah, no,
She
you
sent
get
it to
all
you?
that. I'm telling you, she wanted to smoke, man. I'm
Mm-mm.
good. You might throw us under the bus again. Flashbacks. Oh,
That's bad.
yeah, it's
Mm-mm.
bad. It's bad.
And it's not good for business.
Yeah, it's just like why though? You know what I'm saying? Like why? Waste your time doing that. But yeah, man, haters are here for the long run. I guess. Like I said, it has some infatuation to keep coming back to your channel. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason for it, right?
For real.
And the trolls, you know what I'm saying? I do get those too. So it just depends. Like I said, if some of the comments, I'm like, yo, you going a little bit too far. I'm removing the comment, removing you as a user too. So yeah. Yeah, so that's another thing. So this question right here is something I thought about too. I said, man, this would be a good one. When did you know? What was a dope milestone? Let me just do it that way. What was a dope milestone about one of your videos that you were surprised by?
I don't think I'm a milestone. I don't think I'm a milestone. I'm a loser. um, just probably just like getting 2 to 1,000 views.
Okay,
That's even a
okay,
milestone. I don't
yeah, it's a
know.
milestone.
But
Yeah.
just
Yeah, I would
slap
say,
or something.
yeah, I would say the dopest one, milestone wise, my Mortal Kombat video. I did a reaction on the Mortal Kombat music for like the upcoming Mortal Kombat movie that came out a couple years back, and that one did really well. Really well. I recorded it in my bedroom, and it did about like 1,000 something views. It's still one of the big videos to this day. And this is when I was doing music reactions. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, because I originally had another video. And YouTube took it down, like you said, due to music copyrights with the original Mortal Kombat soundtrack for the original movie. And YouTube was like, nah, bruh, copyright. So I'm like, ah. So I said, well, let's see if I get in trouble if I do the new music for the upcoming movie. And no copyright, nothing. I was
Fair is
like,
so not fun.
yeah. What's going on, Coach J, man? Thanks for tuning in, bro. Thanks for tuning in, man. Yeah, so that was the thing. Though. I was surprised by that one. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause like I said, it's still growing. Like every now and then, I see that it's like, hey, it's still doing good now, and I'm like, well,
That's
hey,
great. That's amazing.
and I didn't think that one was gonna reach 1,000. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think. I said, man, it probably won't reach no 1,000. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
I
I'm
think
like,
I think the real one is when the day you ever get like 40,000 on a view on a video
mm.
is fine.
Yeah.
That's my milestone. Like 50, 40, 100K. Like that's when I know. Oh, this is
Okay.
alright. Okay.
Oh man, yeah, that's crazy though. Yeah, that is something to think about for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah,
For
yeah, that's like
real.
man. So, this is a question I wanted to ask you. So, what was the inspiration about behind your segment "Talk with T"? Okay.
Oh, okay. That's a good question. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna be honest.
Hmm.
I had I don't want to say it. I used to have a friend that was motivating me and was like kind of like talking to me about like doing podcasts. But I'm like I started thinking like deeply about it. And I'm like I am I do tend to flap my gums a lot. Not gonna lie, but that's on like other platforms. So I'm like, okay, I can be outspoken. I can provide great information, but it's just the way I provide the information and making sure that it's legit. And then I don't know how to always yip yapper because I also tend to crawl back into my shell or my skin or my body, and I just like not want to talk. So, as a podcast, you gotta just be talking and talking, knowing how you're talking and being confident in what you're saying. And it's like some days I don't always want to yip yapper. I'm not a huge yip yapper. Gotta be a huge yip yapper. I'm like a yip yapper sometimes, and that depends on the subject. Literally. And I like to provide a meaningful, like I want my stuff to be meaningful, not what everyone else is saying, something different. And I just feel like almost a lot of podcasters, there's a few that are different, but majority of them are definitely kind of saying the same thing, especially men podcasters. It just depends on their niche and what they're trying to provide. Some of it is helpful, some of it is great, but I just feel like everyone's kind of like saying the same thing. Everyone's
Okay.
even on the religious aspect, I just feel like everyone's saying the same thing. Everyone's saying the same thing. It's just a lot of noise, and I don't even, when you're trying to find your own voice and bring in your own audience in a way that's unique, that
Okay.
it sticks out like a purple thumb. I want to stick out like a purple thumb. I don't want to sound like everyone else. But Random Talks with T was just like a moment where I just realized that was also inspired, which was, inspired by the friend that told me about the podcasting. and
Yeah.
trying to pursue, or I should pursue. And I was kind of like thinking about it, and I was like, I don't know about that. But then I'm like, you know what? If there's a specific message I want to provide, I can just throw it on my channel and Brown Talks with me.
Okay. Yeah, that's what's up. I didn't know. Wow, that's dope though for sure though. Yeah, I was like, man, like I see she does a little. I was like, man, and you had like the little pictures and you throw the little gifts and stuff in there. I thought it was really cool. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was really cool. I was like,
Thank
okay, this is
you.
like a cool segment, kind of with information. You kind of just sprinkle in Jews. They're like Salt Bay.
Thank you. I really
You're
appreciate
welcome.
that. Because I wasn't sure like how people were actually feeling about my random talks. I'm like, am I giving? Is it not really giving? Like,
Yeah.
so thank you for that because
Yeah.
I wasn't
No,
really
you're
sure.
welcome. Yeah, I thought it was dope though. I was like, man, you know what I'm saying? And then sometimes I would go back. I'm like, all right, because I know sometimes I'll comment and I'm like, and then you go back to the video at least like kind of rewatch it. Like sometimes you miss out on stuff when
I
you
do the
watch a
same thing
video.
with yours. I'm not even gonna lie.
I
I do
appreciate
like,
it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
do it one at a time just to make
yeah,
sure I picked up on a specific thing you was asking or talking about.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I was like, man, yeah, I thought that's what's up that a friend inspired you. I didn't know that. That's a cool
Yeah,
story. Yeah.
yeah.
So you
Yeah,
said
that friend,
you
he's
said
also very cool. He's also a musician as well. Musician or artist.
okay, yeah. So you said like, nah, the podcast. I think you could do a podcast. I ain't gonna lie. I think you got the right
What? Do
energy
you think
for
I
it.
can do it?
Yeah, I think you can do a
Thank you.
podcast. You welcome. Yeah, I really think you can. It's like, man, you kind of got the energy there. You kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Thank
You be on it
you.
with the information. So I'm like, you probably could pull it off with a podcast.
Thank you. I just be so intimidated because I feel like I gotta, you gotta be on it every day. That's what intimidates me is
Well,
the everyday thing.
depends. It depends though, because like with podcasting, like when I did it, you know what I'm saying, I did it like maybe once or twice a month. So like it just depends. Like it depends on the niche. Just like you said that you got following you. And then more so like what topics? Like are the topics interesting, eye catching? Are they things that people don't know about or things that people want to know or maybe just reacting to stuff? I think that's what it's really based on. And then on top of that, if you can find people to actually do a podcast with you, it's
That
also
part.
dope. Yeah, because
That
like I
part.
said, I've been having I've been having a series of dilemmas with that. Like I had a person in mind, and so let me tell you what happened. So I had a person in mind last year. You know, I reached out. You know what I'm saying? I knew they were a YouTuber too, by the way. And then, like, you know, they said no, they weren't interested. They said, oh, I would love to do it, but I'm not interested right now. Nah, that's 2024. Beat it up to 2025. Now, why did this person wait till this year, right? Literally, 2025. They say, oh, yeah, I would be interested. Now, this is the catch. They included their friend in the podcast. I know about this person, but I don't know them, right? It's like, oh, yeah, we can do the podcast, but can we include so and so with it? And I'm like, wait a minute. You told me you weren't interested in doing it. You know what I'm saying? Now you are remix my idea and include another person in it. And then I'm kind of glad it didn't work out. It was weird because I actually got
Sketchy.
a chance. Huh?
Sketchy.
No, it wasn't. The problem was it wasn't catchy. It was just that it was weird. Like the interaction when I didn't seem like I was interested in wanting to include a third person with it. It's like, this wasn't my original vision. It wasn't given that. So I ain't want to be where it's like, yo, I want the third person in it. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, nah, I can't do this. I cannot do this. So yeah, it's just like, man, you know, people be like, when you gonna do another podcast? I'm like, when I can find somebody that want to do it. And like I tell people, I only want to do it once or twice a month. That's it. I'm not trying to 4 times a month, because I don't want YouTube flipping me back over to streamer. Like you are a streamer. I'm gonna make you a streamer.
Would you have ever like considered doing like Twitch or anything like that?
You said what now?
Would you ever consider being a part of like being on Twitch or like actually becoming a live streamer?
I tried Twitch. It was rough. I'm not gonna lie, Twitch was rough for me. It was hard to get people to support me on Twitch. It was worse than YouTube. It was way. I only
Oh,
had like maybe 4, 5 followers. That was it, and I've been on there for like 2 or 3 years. Yeah, it was hard.
wait, you was on there for 2 to 3 years?
Yeah, it was hard. It was
Mm.
hard to get people to support me on there, and I was like, "Yo, this is not for me." Props to the ones that got Twitch and they're doing extremely well with it, but me, I struggled with Twitch.
I
I
don't
mean,
know
I
how.
do. Yeah, it just I don't know. And see what I was doing. I did gaming. I even tried doing a live stream on there. That didn't really work out, and it was kind of similar to like how this is. You know what I'm saying? But just me talking pretty much. But yeah, it wasn't working out for me. I couldn't get people to watch my stuff. I'm like,
How do
why?
they even do it? I don't know. Like, I want to know what is the secret. Like, how do they get people to watch you? Like, how
But
much
see,
screaming, yelling, and jumping around do you have to do to get people to
I
watch
think
you?
I
Man?
think the problem with Twitch, and this is just not just Twitch, but like a lot of platforms now, we got these content creators. I'm not saying all of them are like that. They are want to be micro celebrities. That's the real problem. Like, why can't we support one another? You know what I'm saying? They make it seem like they're a celebrity. Like you can follow them, they won't support you, or you can subscribe to them, they won't support you. Some of these people got that micro celebrity thing going on, and that's the new thing. I'm like, I don't care to be
It's not
famous like
worth it. And it's not worth it because once you get to the other side, you're going to see
yeah, I don't get to it either.
how
Yeah, I
hard it
agree, Coach J. Yeah, yeah. It's just to me, it was just like not everybody wanna. Even on Twitter, I noticed that too. Like certain people you follow, I'm like, dang, they do similar content than I do.
is.
And like literally, it's like tooth and nail. They won't follow you back. They won't check out your stuff. I even reached out to a person that did similar content to me on Twitter, and I never got a response back, so I left it alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang, this would kind of be a dope opportunity, but you got this whole micro celebrity thing going on. It's just not,
It's
you know,
annoying. It's
it's
so
annoying.
annoying.
Yeah, it is. So, yeah, I mean, I would love to do another podcast, though. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's possible. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
yeah, so,
Nah,
yeah,
I appreciate the encouragement to like look into podcasting more. I didn't even,
you
I
should.
wasn't even, thank you.
I, hey, if you want to do a podcast, let me know. Look, I don't mind working with people, man. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
sick. Yeah. I would love to do like podcasting and interviewing
Yeah.
artists like in local cities, give them the recognition and the encouragement that they need. I don't know, just
Oh,
something positive, you
the
know?
one I was, yeah, the one I was thinking about music. You know what I'm saying? Movies, TV shows, type of thing. I know gaming. I thought about. I'm not really for sure here and there with it, but that's kind of the idea that I wanted to go with for a podcast. You know what I'm saying? Just talk about like
Mm,
upcoming albums, upcoming movie releases and stuff like that, that type of thing. But yeah, so that's kind of been the thing. It's like, man, I would love to do another one. You know what I'm saying? It's, like I
mhm.
said, people just gotta be serious about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and another thing about me that I'm big on is like when it comes down to collabing, it's all about energy. It's all about like respect. If you're like super like celebrity stuck up energy or just like kind of
yeah,
me, then it's hard for me to like want to even be around you or let alone collab. Like
that's true.
that's another thing because it's just like it's easy to do things in regards to social media with somebody, but if we're supposed to be,
Yeah,
we're gonna be collabing. If there's gonna be anything,
yeah,
respect and kindness has to be like at the forefront. Has
yeah. That's
to,
true. Yeah, that's true.
you know.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, yeah, that's definitely true. So this is a good one. I just thought about this too. What is the weirdest things that you have seen on YouTube? You can name me 3 or 4.
Oh, ah. Oh no. Sometimes them hygiene videos be a little bit much. Like, I don't know, kind of gets like you're overly revealing yourself to show this product. I don't know, like it's cringy. It's cringy. It's cringy. It's cringy. I'm sorry. Ah. like somebody watching you moisturize your body. I don't know. It's like it's cute, but it's like I don't know. Like I can't really say nothing because like, what if I have an idea to do something, in regards to like showing off
Yeah.
a product and you're reviewing it by putting it on your body. But at the same time, it's like how you do it at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
I think like
Hmm.
sometimes it's just I don't know how people do it in regards to like overly sharing, their livelihood and kind of like
Okay. Anything else? No.
that's it. I don't know, it's
um.
just cringy. It's hard to like explain the cringiness.
Okay, this is a weird moment I had. This actually was on IG. So there was I got this weird IG inbox where I guess, they were talking about, oh, you can be rich and famous off of YouTube and all this stuff. And yeah, we got our inner circle of people that are wealthy and all this stuff, but you have to do these things. I'm like, first off, I ain't trying to be famous off of YouTube. I am not trying to be famous on YouTube. All I want to do is make dope content, monetize, make money off of it. I never wanted to be famous. You know what I'm saying? When it came to YouTube, I'm
But
like,
what
no.
is famous? Famous means can mean anything. I mean, can mean anything to different.
Yeah, you got a point. But they were making it seem like, they could get me into doors and then, I'm like, I ain't buying all that. It seemed like a trap. Or as Charleston White says, it's rigged. It's rigged.
The way I want to make it on YouTube is kind of like I want to be like those low key, well known people. Like I'm low key. Oh shoot! Oh, and then I
But
disappear
see,
into my life.
yeah, but then the other thing is with fame, it's like you don't have a sense of normalcy. It's hard for some of these people just to go to the store, the mall, without being recognized. You know what I'm saying? That's why you see some of them people going cognito, and this guy is this. I'm like, nah. As long as I can, have a sense of normalcy. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, that's what I'm looking at. You know what I'm saying? Like Andre 2000, like I'm running away from the fame. I don't want that. You know what I'm
I
saying?
just feel
I'm
like
looking
it,
at.
it comes with a lot of talking. You gotta present yourself too much, and I sometimes like to be in my sweat
Yeah.
and my hoodie. I like to just, like I like to be in myself a lot. So
Right.
it's like I don't think I could be completely famous. I'd be like
Yeah.
one of those like, oh shoot, hey, oh, and then I
I,
disappear.
I would be, yeah, I'd be like Kendrick Lamar. I disappear. I wouldn't want all that. Yeah,
Literally.
I really don't care for the fame aspect of it. The second weird YouTube moment. So this was interesting. I'm gonna bring this one up. So there was a young lady. Don't know if she's still a content creator or not on IG that I came across. So, at the time, I was trying to figure out a way to get my subscribers up, you know what I'm saying? And I seen that, she was posting on IG, eating these lavish dishes, luxurious wine. It's some like fancy Italian restaurant somewhere in New York. I don't know exactly where. And, I reached out to her. I said, yo, like, I see that you're monetized and everything. Now get this, right? You're gonna laugh at this. So I reached out to her. I said, like, tell me, show me the ropes, you know what I'm saying? Or what are some of your ways? And it showed me how selfish she was. She wouldn't budge, she wouldn't respond to the messages. Now, the funniest thing about this is the guy that promoted her, he was known for promoting people and getting them to monetize. But it came with a price. She paid for her subscribers. I want to say she paid for her views. And I was like, I ain't doing all that. If I gotta do all that,
But what's the point of paying though? What is the point of paying? Like,
so I guess the people that are the promoters, right? They actually, and I never done it because I've heard bad experience. There are some good ones, but it's mainly bad with YouTubers where they take your money. So my thing was, I wasn't, and the guy inboxed me too, by the way. He's like, yeah, man, you see the girl that I just helped? And I was like, yeah, I followed her at the time on IG. He's like, yeah, man, I can get you out there that way. And I'm like, nah. Like, something just wasn't right about it. And then like her attitude was so nonchalant. I was like, ugh, like why you got
Yeah.
and this what made it so bad was she was just, why you gotta be this way, you know?
But did she
But
actually
yeah,
get her plaque? Like, did she get her YouTube plaque and everything?
I'm not really for sure. All I just seen her post like all these luxurious restaurants in New York that she was going to, whether it was Italian, Mexican, whatever it was. But she had a YouTube channel too, but like her attitude was stanky. She was giving stanky.
That's a lot. That's a majority of the
Yeah,
population of women are
yeah,
like
she,
very much stuck up and celebrity
yeah,
attitude.
she, yeah. So I was like, man, no, I would, you know. And then he's like, you sure you don't want to do it? I'm like, no, I'm good. Like, I can get it the other way where I'm able to do it myself and have other people help me. But no, I don't want to pay for views. Don't want to pay for subscribers. What I look like paying for subscribers? Like, yeah, how much? 25 for 40 subscribers, 30.
It
What
don't
these
seem
type of stuff?
right. There's something wrong there. I don't know.
I
Because then now I'm
probably,
questioning, like, did other YouTubers pay for, the
yeah,
well-known?
I know
Did they?
another one. I know another one like that too, and I bet you she regretted. Yes, there was another young lady, like from I want to say she was from Canada. Yeah, she's from Canada. Yeah. What happened was she bought her monetization,
Uh-huh.
she bought her views, and the craziest thing was she asked me what I should do. She's like, "I'm trying to monetize my channel," and I was like, so you gonna go with these people that's gonna pay for the views and the subscribers? Like, you sure you want to do that? Like, I had a real IG conversation with her, you know what I'm saying, about this, and she went on to do that, and she's still kind of struggling because she paid for the views, paid for the subscribers. I didn't pay for the subscribers to her, but I already subscribed to her. She had subscribed to me and stuff, but she
Shout out
didn't
to
listen
the
to the advice.
YouTubers doing this shit organically. Shout out to the content creators,
Yeah,
YouTubers, however you want
yeah,
to call yourself, doing this shit organically, okay?
yeah,
Because
yeah,
it just shows your integrity, your discipline, and your determination. Don't
yeah.
pay for something because you're just
Yeah,
paying
don't
your
pay
way
for the
out
subscribers or
of
the
it.
views.
You're
Yeah,
paying
don't
yourself
do
out
it.
of an experience. Like, think
Yeah,
about
that's
that.
true. And she was stuck a little bit because some of her videos weren't really taking off due to that either. So
Now,
yeah,
all over again. Sometimes starting all
yes.
over again isn't so bad though.
Hey, I guess she got desperate. I'm like, I ain't getting that desperate. I don't care how to get.
And
I ain't getting that
because you're
desperate.
robbing yourself out of what you could be learning more.
Yeah, that's true.
A lot.
And
It's a lot.
right, I ain't gonna do like Tyrese. Why is this happening to me? I ain't gonna do Tyrese. Like,
Mm-mm.
I want it. No, I think so. Yeah, that's crazy though. Now my last one, I guess I'll include the fifth one. I had a collaboration similar to this one. Um, what happened was the guy was like an upcoming rapper from like New York at the time.
Mm.
I don't know if he's like a rapper slash YouTuber. Um, he reached out to do a collaboration with me, and it was the weirdest collaboration ever. Like the screen um was pretty much black. I did actually live stream. I got rid of it though. So what he did was he said, "Hey man, we're gonna do the collab, blah, blah, blah," chopping it up and everything. It comes collab day, he doesn't want to be seen. Like,
What?
and so I do the collaboration, and it was the weirdest collaboration I ever done. Through IG call. So it's just me. You see me on the screen only, but I'm talking to him on the phone.
Yeah, nah. I'd be like, nah. No. Like, this ain't right. This don't feel right or look right. None of
I was like, I'm thinking like I'm like, all right, bet we gonna, what I'm saying, it's gonna be like how we doing now, you know what I'm saying? Nah, bro, it's like, nah, man, I don't want to be seen. I don't want to be seen, man, So just hit me up on the IG call, man.
wild stuff, man. Oh yeah, you catfishing? Dang, that's crazy. You catfishing already.
At least bro could have put up the black screen. I'm like, he could have just been like, all right, just throw up the black screen.
I'm a catfish?
But yeah, it was weird. It was a weird collaboration. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I thought we was gonna do the other way. Like, I broke it down so I look, man, you gonna be on this side, I'll be on this side. Bro wasn't buying that.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would have just titled it catfish. I would have just told. I would have titled it catfish. Not even a collab. None of that. I would have just been. It would have been catfish.
Catfish by somebody, huh? Oh man, you funny. So, my next question, you brought it to my attention too, and I thought about this question too, because I said, man, you know what? Now that I think of it, I probably won't ever be interested in getting it. How do you feel about the YouTube plaques when it comes to like getting awards for how many subscribers you
I
have?
want it so bad. I want it so bad. I want it so bad.
How do
Like
you
if I
feel?
was an adult and I was around this time, man, I'd be going crazy. But the thing is, you need money to make content. So it's
No, I'm
like,
saying, how do you feel about the plaques? You have to pay for the plaques. Do you think that's right or wrong?
what?
Yeah, you gotta pay for the plaques. Like if you got bronze, silver, plaque, yeah, that's what I
I
said.
didn't know you have to pay for that.
Yeah, I found
I,
that out. Yeah.
wait, wait. So okay, so let's say I reach 100K, right?
Right.
You have to pay to get that award.
Yes.
Why? I'm disappointed. And how much they gotta pay for that?
I don't know the exact price, but you do have to pay for it. Somebody had brought it to my attention. I was like,
Uh,
yeah, you gotta pay for it. I was like, I don't want to pay for it. Why can't I just, y'all make
why
it?
are we paying? Yo, YouTube is giving me broke. It's giving broke. Like, why am I got 100K? Give me my award. I don't understand. I mean, how much are they paying for that?
I don't know. You probably could look it up. I seen a post about it a while back. And I'm like, and it dawned on me because you asked me
I
that question. I'm like,
understand.
no, I don't want to pay for the plaque. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen people get it, but I'm like, nah, y'all, you got to pay for the how
I
many
still want my
subscribers?
plaque, but how much is it?
I don't know. I know I ain't paying
That's
for no plaque.
crazy. That's
Like, should
crazy.
go. Yeah,
Damn.
yeah, they out here finessing. Want your plaque? Guess what? You're
How
gonna have
much?
to pay for.
I'm definitely gonna look that up because now I really want to know.
I mean, I got my phone. If you want me to look it up, let me see. Hold
Dang, that's
on.
crazy.
Oh man, I thought you knew about that one.
No, I thought like as soon as you reach a certain number, they give it to you.
Okay, so we're gonna look up. Let's see. Let me put plaque. They ain't showing the price. Let me look at it already right quick. Ready might tell me. Let's see. Hold on. Hey,
So
Reddit
that
ain't
was my
saying nothing.
title, BET
Reddit ain't,
award host.
Reddit ain't saying nothing either. They keep it quiet about that.
That's
They keep it
crazy.
quiet about that. They said they don't want nobody
I
to
hope
know.
it's not 20,000 or 30 because then they reaching for real.
Nah,
That's crazy.
yeah, you gotta pay for the plaque. It said you gotta sign up for it.
You gotta sign up and pay. Really, I can't wait to get to that point because I'm gonna, yeah, yeah, I am gonna pay it. If I reach my 100K, I'm gonna pay it, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about it.
Okay. They keep it quiet about that plaque. I don't know. It's giving. It's giving that
But
high in prices over there.
yeah, it's giving hot and ready, 50 bands up front.
Oh man, that's crazy though. Yeah, you gotta pay for the flats. That's I'm like, no, I'm good. Yeah,
I'm
just not
good.
a just notify me on YouTube Studio. Just notify me on there. I'm good. You reach.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, that is
And
crazy. Yeah.
that's like that's just as disappointing of the finding out of WWE not being real. Go hand in hand now.
Oh man, yeah. That's crazy though.
Mm,
Yeah. So what was? Let me see. What am I gonna ask you now? I'm trying to figure it out because I asked some good ones. Um, you know what? We can talk about this. What is it about YouTube Studio that you don't really like about it? Is there anything about the actual app that you don't like?
hmm. Um, you know what? I don't want to sound like a negative Nancy, but honestly, there's a lot of things in life that I don't like, and you just gotta like work with it.
Okay. Okay.
Honestly, I don't. What I don't like is just seeing the numbers. The numbers kill me.
Okay.
If numbers didn't exist,
It, is it
you
because the
know,
number?
it's
Is it
not
be,
my job.
right? Is it because the numbers are off? Like they rounded it off a bit?
So because I feel like I'm never gonna get there. I
Oh
feel
man, come
like
on, you gonna get
4,000.
there. You gonna get there. You
Oh,
gonna
I
get there.
really.
You'll get there. It's gonna take time, but you'll get there. Yeah, to me, what I don't like about it is the rounding. It's like what gets me with YouTube Studio. Don't get me wrong. I really like the actual app. It's like it'll have like your current, your previous week. Like I'm in a whole new month. I got week 3 of last month. Like yeah, May 17th. You like we in a whole nother month. Y'all mean to tell me y'all can't keep me updated of what's going on? Yes, they show the videos, of course. Yes, they give us a YouTube monthly, which I think is really cool for YouTube Studio. But I'm like, it'd be nice if we can get the accurate month and not last month. You know, as long as YouTube don't do where it's like 3 months back, like, yeah, April, you're like, wait, whoa, whoa. Like, we in another month. So, yeah, I would say YouTube Studio definitely has its pros and cons. I just don't like that it's a month behind. Like, I can let me go look at my YouTube Studio right now. I bet you it's a month.
I'm not gonna lie. Shout out to the 1.8% of Chinese people watching me. I
Okay,
feel. I
all
feel.
right. Let me see.
What is it? The 1 point something for India.
Yeah.
I feel. The love is the love. You're outside the country.
So look,
One
I'm about.
percenters.
So it says June 3rd, and it's not June 3rd. I'm
Yeah.
still. That's crazy, ain't it?
Uh,
Yeah. So
so,
my next.
question:
Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Is there? Have you ever thought of any like? Have you ever thought of opening up a business connected to your channel, like selling a merch? Have you ever thought of merch?
Yes,
Thought
I
of
have.
a clothing
Yes,
brand?
yes, I have thought about that. There is a YouTube company that helps content creators come out with their own merch, with it's hoodies, shirts, uh, was it pants and all that stuff, and
We're
even
gonna have to talk.
sweatshirts.
We're gonna have to talk behind the scenes about this because I'm gonna need
Okay,
all the information on that.
okay. When I'm gonna see if I can remember the name of it. Now I'm gonna just Google it when I get a chance because it was a while back. Another YouTuber mentioned it to me, right? So the only problem with it is it's dope. Cause I looked at the display and everything. I even tried to put my logo on it on stuff and stuff like that. The only problem is you have to be monetized. That's the only problem. It's dope.
Oh,
I know it's dope, but that's the only way you can use it. I mean, the YouTuber was honest about it when he told me about the information. Like, look, it's great, but the only problem is you can't use it in order until you monetize. So, I mean, at least the person let me know. You know what I'm saying?
really?
I was heard about it. I'm like, dang, I gotta be monetized. Yeah, but it was dope. Like I said, you can get hoodies, sweatshirts,
Mhm.
t-shirts, you know what I'm saying? I think like jogging pants, you know what I'm saying? Not shoes and nothing like that, but just the particulars, you know what I'm saying? And I thought it was really cool. I was like, oh, that's dope. I'm like,
Mhm.
I would have never guessed they had something catered to YouTubers where we can make our own merch based on their thing. I mean, I'm pretty sure there are probably other ones that are free. I just haven't heard of them, you know what I'm saying? So that might be
Yeah.
something I hold on a sec right quick. Okay. Hello? Hmm. Okay. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, baby. Okay, hold on a sec. I'll be back.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back. Woo. All right.
Hmm.
Oh, you was looking up something?
No, I was just chilling with you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so yeah, there is, like I said, places like online for that with YouTube. So I think that's kind of cool. Because I remember a time where it wasn't stuff like that. So that's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
that's one thing I didn't expect was to get like interested on the business aspect of YouTube. I
Yeah,
really didn't expect that, but it kind of like
yeah,
inspired me in a way because I would see like merch and I would see like people like making their own clothing lines and stuff like that. So I'm like,
yeah,
me
yeah.
and
And
my
even
mind was going, so I'm like, oh, that's really cool. And,
yeah, and I even know another content creator. I should have asked that person when I get a chance. Rose the Rundown, another content creator that I subscribe to and also support as well. She has merch on her actual YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? So maybe I can find out if it's a free one from her. I'll reach out and see if she knows. But the other person that presented to me like, yeah, you have to be monetized. I said, I
yeah,
was
I
like,
want to learn more about marketing, affiliate marketing, like just learning how to basically it's like you're gaining commissions, but you're
yeah,
selling stuff and stuff like that. So I want to
yeah.
get more involved in that. I didn't expect to,
Yeah,
yeah,
the merch
get
is it's a dope lane to get into. Like I said, I thought it was dope that you could come up with your own designs, the color that you wanted in, and you know what I'm saying, and put your own logo on there. You know, I think that's really cool.
sick.
Yeah.
Do you would you
So
so would you just have your name as like what would be your name or your brand?
I was thinking like maybe just my profile picture because it kind of already got the 007 vibe to it. You know what I'm saying, from my actual channel. And just like posting that on there. I might throw like the letters on there and stuff. You know,
What
that's a
about
possibility.
legends? Cause you call us legends, right? On your channel.
Right.
That would be cool. That would be cool on the
Yeah,
footage.
yeah, a hoodie or you know what I'm saying, a shirt or something like that. Yeah, it was yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely merch is it's a cool thing, I guess. Like I said, it's dope that they have that for content creators too. So yeah. So my next question, this is a real interesting one. I never really asked you this. Do you consider yourself a variety content creator?
Yes,
Okay.
proudly,
Okay.
proudly.
Okay. I
Because
was wondering.
the thing is, so one thing is just so boring. I try. You can see on my
Agree.
channel, I literally try.
Agree.
And I
Agree.
couldn't do it. I'm like, yes, I wanna cook. Sometimes I wanna take y'all on a random ride with me somewhere. Sometimes I just talk my stuff. Sometimes I
Yeah.
just want to draw, paint. I don't know,
Yeah.
whatever comes out of my ears, eyes, nose. Like
Yeah.
I just,
Yeah. Yeah. That's
create that
great. Yeah.
without having to think, oh my gosh, no, because I gotta make another channel for that. I gotta make another channel for that. Like my audience doesn't
Yeah.
even know what they want from me. I mean, I don't know what my audience wants from me, so
Right.
sticking to me just doesn't sound too fun.
Yeah. I did it as well. I did it with story times, and that wasn't really working for me because then it got to a point. Like, of course, don't get me wrong, I enjoy doing story times. I'm like, but then I'm like, I'm gonna run out of stories eventually.
Now you
That's
gonna
why.
start having to make up stories. I feel like people that really stick to to storytelling sometimes be thinking they spicing it up just to keep the viewers watching, you know.
Yeah, and then the other thing was people weren't really supporting. Like you'll be like, yeah, you supporting it, yeah, man. I enjoy you doing it. Like, you sure about that? You know, get that look like, you sure about that? But yeah, story times it just started to get boring because, like I said, I did so many of them within a week, like maybe 3 out of a week or 2 out of a week, and I eventually just got away from it. It's like, okay, this is cool, but I don't want to get too personal because certain stories. I'm like, I don't think I want to put on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like there was a story time that I almost did, and I was like, you know what, this is not for YouTube to know or either my viewers, and I'm like, nah. I just had to dump the whole idea. I was like, this is not it. Yeah, but yeah, it can get boring. It can definitely get boring.
I can't do it. I just can't.
Yeah, yeah, it just was
It's
like,
it's
nah.
hard.
And then after a while, it kind of gets like, how can you reinvent it? You know what I'm saying? After you've done one content only for so much, you know what I'm saying? It's like, how could you get it? You know what I'm saying? So that was another thing too that I had to consider. But yeah, I just yeah, it was hard. Like I said, I talk about movies, talk about TV shows, music, celebrity. You know what I'm saying?
So five things that
Uh,
you learn.
right. You know what I'm saying? Gaming. You know what I'm saying? Different types of gaming content. Different things. So I'm like, it's layers to me, but I may not pull. You may not see all the layers behind Ilber and Maddie, but it's like, nah. So yeah, I feel you on that. I would not want to sit to one lane. I mean, to each his own. The people that do just sit to
Yeah.
one lane, hey, if that works for you, terrific. Me, I
Mm.
was just like, nah, this whole just sticking to story times, nope. Don't get me wrong. Some of my story times did really good. I did one on the Pizza Man. It was a very interesting story time where the pizza man brought our pizza, but the dog was riding shotgun with him in the car, the pieces in the trunk. Pizza delivery man got the dog as his backup because at the time, in the state I live in, people were getting robbed on the east and west side as the pizza delivery man, so he couldn't have another person in the vehicle with him. Bro brought the Chihuahua
What?
as his ride or die. Yeah, you owe him money. Get him, boy, get him. And pizza man got to eat too. Sure, he delivering pizza. He got to make some money. And the Chihuahua with him. What got me was he had the tinted windows. I thought he was a drug dealer. I'm like I'm in this car. I'm like, what car? Tinted windows. I looked around. I said, "Oh, there he is." Man's pulled. My man's pulled up with the music. He like, I got it in the trunk. I'm like, you ain't got in there with the dog, do you? No, man. Pop the trunk open. There go our pizza.
Wow. That's funny.
Yeah. I said, boy, he got man best friend riding shotgun with him. Get him, boy, get him. Just imagine.
It sounds like he's overly lonely.
Yeah, so yeah, story time content I still do every now and then, but doing it on a consistent basis, nah, it's too much.
Even with their content, like I give props to the ones that stick to one thing though, like and it actually works for them. Like,
Yeah,
dang,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that's definitely true for sure. So how do
Mhm.
you feel about this? And this is something that I never really asked anybody. Consistency, because we have some content creators that post once a year, once a month.
Really? There's people posting once a year?
Yeah, yeah.
Damn.
And there's some people that post 3 or 4 times or 5 times. You know what I'm saying, when it comes to YouTube. How do you feel about that?
Oh, now let me talk about my consistency. My
Okay.
consistency just be messing with me because it's just like I be feeling like in order to reach a certain level that I want to be
Right
at,
level.
I
right.
I wanna feel like I wanna make sure I'm posting every day so that I can navigate and understand, the behind the scenes of, YouTube Studio, vidIQ, and all the other resources that they provide in order to understand,
Okay.
help you get into, tapping into understanding the algorithm, understanding how to bring it to you, the retention, the watch hours. It all comes all hand in hand. So in order to do that, how the heck do I post every day on top of how much I work outside of YouTube? It's kind of like, yeah. So what I realized is,
Yeah.
for me, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to attempt to like create a bulk of videos and then post on a certain day, but continue
There
to
you go.
make videos, so
Yeah.
that's
That's
yeah, because I was like literally in my head, like, oh my gosh, like, thinking to myself, I'm sure you may or may not go through that, but I be having moments where I'm like, man, let me in over my head, and I start becoming doubtful, but then I'm like, let me look into the solutions of what I can do to change things
yeah.
around,
Yeah.
to help me
Right.
keep going.
Right.
So I didn't just buy a camera for nothing. So I'm like, oh shoot,
Mm-mm.
I got these
Right.
gigabytes on my for the camera, for the video and stuff like that. So I'm like, shoot,
Right.
let me just start making bulk videos and then actually provide my audience with a schedule. So
Yeah. Yeah.
because I used to
Yes.
overwhelm myself, like how it'd be like sometimes. Well, for me, it'd be like a day will come up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't finish editing, and like this pressure on me to release the video on a certain day. That's
Right.
how it was in the beginning of my journey. I was like giving myself a lot of pressure to release on a certain day.
Right.
So I'm like, now let me navigate it differently now that I have the tools,
Right.
film and post, and then release them on a certain day.
Okay. For me, I would say, yeah, I was like that when I was posting a lot more often with consistency. And I think there are different versions of consistency for sure. And then I end up going with the 4 day schedule because I felt like the 4 day schedule gave people enough time to go catch up on the videos. I felt like when I was putting out too many videos, and to each his own too, by the way, I felt like people were running to my videos. And pretty much it was just something about pretty much the whole thing was to me personally. I was just like, why is this? This is not really helping my channel because I'm posting way too much, and people weren't able to go check them out when they could. So I decided to do the 4 day schedule. Like this 4 day schedule, let's see where it goes. If it works, I'll continue forward doing this. But it's been week two,
Mhm.
and it's actually I've seen some improvement with it
That's
and growth as
good.
well. Because I was at 800 watch hours, I'm now at 891 watch hours. So the progression's there, even though I lost a chunk of my watch hours. It's getting back to where I need to be. And
Mm,
personally, that was the best thing I could have did. I was like, you know what? This was a dope idea. Now, the other thing is to each his own. There are content creators that post once a month. I knew a girl that used to be a YouTuber, did beauty, fashion, clothing, all types of stuff when it comes to it. Sir, we are not going to get into this today. Let's see. Where's the block button on this thing? Let me see something. I ain't listening to that. So, pretty much was for me, I realized that she only did content one time out of a month. Got like maybe 500 views, 1,000 views, whatever it was. And I remember her coming to me asking about should I actually be okay with me doing it for once a month? And I told her no. You know what I'm saying? I said, look, I get that you do it once a month, but I'm like, people gonna be looking for me. I'm like, people gonna be like, where's the content? You doing this once a month? And I mean, she did all types of stuff. She had like skincare, you know what I'm saying, motivational stuff, beauty, health, that type of thing. Like, yeah, that could probably work with your actual channel, but more so, this is not the lane. I'm not trying to go into. I'm not trying to do one video a month. But I props to her. She was getting 1,000 views, sometimes 12,000 views, 500, 400 views. So she definitely was doing her thing. I wasn't mad at her for that. I just like, no, I can't see myself, you know what I'm saying, going that direction. you have to have a certain type of audience. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to it, like you have to have an audience that really, really rock what you're doing one video a month, and maybe just a following. You know what I'm saying? Maybe someone that has like 1,000. You know what I'm saying? 2,000, maybe 1,000,000 subs. Maybe you have to have a certain type of following to do that. Same thing with the ones that do it once a year. Props to y'all.
Once a year.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. I think it's definitely something that it's interesting. It's like, man, like you can do one video a month, disappear. You know what I'm saying? One video
Yeah.
a year and disappear. Like,
That's luxury.
yeah, yeah. That's really interesting, though. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, no way. You have to be kidding me. You know what I'm saying?
Who is the boss of John Lester's? Is that the troll?
Yeah,
Mm.
one of them. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, yeah.
Anyway,
But yeah, but it's interesting when people can do that, where it's one video a year, one video a month. I'm like, man, like I don't know how it would be. Like it would be so different. Like and I like interacting with my subscribers. You know what I'm saying? Just chopping it up with them, learning about the things that they like and stuff. But I was just like, man, this is crazy. One video, that's it, nothing else.
oh, I don't know about that. That's different.
Yeah, it is. It's a different lane. It's a different bag. I
If
mean,
you
she
if you
almost
were to reach 1 million subscribers, if you were to reach 1 million subscribers, would you post once a year or once a month?
maybe once a month if I had that type of community. You know what I'm saying? Like a community that really rocked with me, maybe. But once a year, that's hard. That's hard. You know what I'm saying? Once a year, no other months.
Ah,
Like, what do you do with your
okay.
time?
Yeah.
You just be at the
I
crib,
can
like,
I
all
can
right.
relate to that because I was still behind. So once a year would drive me crazy.
Yeah, I think you just have to have that type of community, though. If you have that type of community, then yeah, you know what I'm saying. But if you don't, 'cause I even noticed it when I done hiatuses on YouTube, like every now and then I have people that actually do leave my channel, and like my hiatus, my excuse me, my hiatus don't be that long. So I'm like, I don't be gone though 4 or 5 months. I may be gone for like a couple weeks, but I have seen people where they lose a chunk of their audience pretty much because they
Yeah.
don't come back enough for them to understand, like, okay, yeah, you got a life outside of YouTube just like anybody else, but yeah, it can hurt your channel too. If you going too
Yep.
long, it can hurt your channel, man. I just was like, man, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it does happen. You can lose subscribers, you can gain them too, because I've even gained when I've done hiatus as well. So yeah.
There's 1 billion people in the world.
Yeah, yeah, definitely for sure though. So that's why I said, man. So my next question kind of deals with this hiatuses. How do you feel about hiatuses? Do you think it's needed for you to be a content creator, or
Yes.
you think you? Okay, okay,
I feel like a hiatus is necessary in order for you. I mean, you are a creator. So
okay,
if you hit a wall, or if you're going through a mental,
right,
what is it, mental health moment, then tapping out, getting, some fresh air, scraping your knees a couple times, get yourself something to eat, drink some water, come back after a few days, maybe a few months,
right,
and you might gain, some inspiration from a couple of books that you read, maybe some life that you experienced, or just a random idea or a dope ass idea just came to you out of nowhere and you just come back and you got that spark again. Sometimes it just takes time to just
right,
breathe, collect
yeah,
yourself, get back into
right.
the present or whatever you're going through, and then come back and
Hmm.
then yeah, because you don't want to always just drive yourself. You be up and then because sometimes when you hit that ground, it's hard to get back up. Hiatus is necessary.
Okay, let me do one thing right quick. I'm going to see if I can pull up something from YouTube. Okay, I did not mean to do that. So, oh, here we go. Let me see. There we go.
I should not be yawning at 12 in the afternoon. That's just that
I
was
was able
old.
to
Yeah.
I was able to remove the user. So yeah, that worked out.
Yay.
That's what I'm saying. Hold on a sec. Yeah, hiatuses are definitely important. I went through that last year. Once my other podcast ended, I went through a hiatus. I was gone for like, well, I still was putting out regular video content. I just wasn't doing episodes for the segment anymore. And I got to a point where I was, burnt out, you know what I'm saying? And eventually I got a chance to work with Chiro, shouts out to Chiro TV, and also Master Sword Music. And then after that, I just took a hiatus from doing collaborations. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of like getting to a point where I'm like, all right, I'm still kind of going through this other thing. I don't want to bring that energy into like collaborating with other people. So then after I did those collaborations, I said, it's time to do a hiatus because this is honestly not working. The other thing is too is more so like I need to kind of breathe. You know what I'm saying? Give myself a chance to understand like things didn't work out. That's okay, but also moving forward. And then I had to postpone my collaboration. I had a collaboration coming up. Actually, two. I had one with Aziza that was supposed to have been, I want to say December, I believe, or either January. Then there was another person when it comes down to it. And pretty much it was more so, um, how can I put it? It was refreshing. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you actually have to understand that certain things happen for a reason, but also just in general that things are gonna be okay. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it just to me it was a lot better. Like I said, you get your mind out there, understand like, all right, this is what happened, this is what took place, but I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, hiatuses are important. That's why I was telling Cosmic Star like he does live stream quite often.
Mhm.
Props to him with the Pokemon cards and Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I think even One Piece cards. I'm like, bro, like sometimes you just gotta recharge. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be super exhausted and you know what I'm saying, not feeling it. So yeah, yeah, it's definitely important. Just don't go too long. You know what I'm saying? Some people like been gone for like 4 months, 5 months, and then wonder why their subscriber base has kind of declined because they're like, where are you? Where have you been? You know what I'm saying? And that's a bit of a problem because if they
Yeah.
see that you're gone too long, they're like, do you expect us to still sit and wait for you to come back? So it's got its pros and cons. Sometimes you can get subscribers being gone for a while because I've seen it. Sometimes you can't. It's hard.
That part. I'm working on
Yeah.
my consistency. I literally have
Hmm.
to like just
Yeah.
some type of change. There's a lot of changes I'm trying to make all at once, but at least I'm handling it in a more positive manner. So I'm
Yeah.
really
And
happy
gotta be
with it.
positive about it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's
Hmm.
really no complaints. It's just really good changes that I'm like looking forward to making this year in regards to
Right.
like how I navigate and what
Yeah.
decide to do in regards to like my discipline, how hard I want to go with my channel without maintaining consistency without burning out.
Yeah. Without
That's
burning out.
like yeah, like that's literally my main goal because I do handle a lot outside of YouTube, so it's like still remaining present.
Okay.
I think and that's another thing I'm trying to work on. I want to work on more like remaining present overall,
Right.
not to overly dive into mindfulness and stuff like that, but
Okay.
like working on being present in regards to like things I like to do and just not being overly caught up in my future and what I'm trying to accomplish and stuff like that. Like
Right.
those things like that.
Yep. Okay. That's
It's not
good.
always healthy.
Yeah, it's not. That's why I did the 4 days. It's like the 4 days it should work. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be here for the long haul, but it's enough for people like, all right, he put out enough content. We ain't gonna miss him as much, but we know he's coming back.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so that was the thing with the schedule change. I was kind of like, man, I enjoy doing this so much. I'm like, this ain't working for me though.
That part.
Yeah, yeah. So I had to realize that, and it was tough. It was a tough decision because I'm like,
I think
man,
the hardest part though, not I don't need to cut you off. I'm sorry,
uh-huh,
but the hardest part also that it's hard for me is like you know um when you're like overly on the screen, you're trying to get your subscribers and you're trying to be consistent, like having too much screen time definitely can like mess with your mood.
Yeah,
So that's another reason why I'm kind of like trying to level out making the bulk videos and stuff like that. It's like
right.
it could definitely mess with your mood and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely can mess with your mood for sure. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because like I said before, it's like, man, yeah, sometimes you got to make changes. So my next question is something I should have been mentioned, but I forgot. It was such a dope conversation. Was it hard for you? Because I know when I came across your channel through IG, I know you were doing fitness videos. Was it hard to get out of doing fitness videos because you were doing them quite often? No.
No, I just did it. I was like, yep, new thing.
Okay.
I was like, let me see if I do this. Let me see if
Okay.
I do that.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, no, I asked that because I know some people do have a tough time because they're so used to doing one thing only, and it's like, man, like, what am I gonna do now? You know what I'm saying? When it comes to now to it, yeah.
I just felt like it was getting overly serious.
Okay, okay,
Cause
overly serious.
cause like I kid you not, I would tell people right out of work, set it up, work it out. I don't know.
You,
I'm
you was
not
getting,
seeing nothing. I'm not
you
seeing
was,
any changes. Like I was
you,
going crazy. I
you was getting it done. You was getting that shit, man. I said, boy, you definitely was
Thank
getting it. I said,
you.
I was like, man, like she just got the routine, she got the editing. All right, today we doing this exercise, today I'm doing this one. It's like, yeah, because I mean, you know what? That niche is interesting. I know you used to do fitness
It's
content,
intense.
and it's intense, but it seems like more people are doing fitness content. I've been seeing like over the years, like.
Crazy, right? Boy, everybody's so crazy now. Everybody's oh.
Yeah, it seems like a lot more people are getting into the fitness content. I mean, I'm sure the other channels for
Mhm.
sure, but it seems like it's become more of a thing. I was like, man, fitness is definitely kind of taking over in a way, like a DJ Khaled song when it comes to YouTube. It's like, man,
And
I've
they
seen
look
about
heavy.
yeah, I've seen about maybe 4 or 5 different channels dealing with fitness. I mean, it's nothing wrong with it either, by the way, but it just was dope. I'm like, man, I remember just seeing you doing it. And I'm like, dang, all these other people doing fitness. Like, this is interesting. Like, just how that changes with it. Because I remember when YouTube had a lot of the couple channels, it was just nothing but couple and prank channels mainly. I mean, you had other channels, but it was hard to find within the algorithm. It's like, man. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's yeah. I always wonder. I said, man, I wonder was it hard for her to like literally because like you were like literally getting into this routine and stuff like, man, was it hard for her to just like
It
let
was
go and say,
really, it was also a way to like show, like keep track of my journey. Cause I'm like, I definitely wanted to see the results and changes in regards to like my fitness goals and stuff like that. So that was
right,
another reason why I wanted to like contribute
yeah,
that. I low key
right.
want to get back into it. I just don't want to stick back into like a dark hole of, doing the
I
same
got you.
thing.
Yeah, I get where you coming from with it because now as more people doing it, you like, how can I do to make it unique or different? You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely interesting, man. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's what's up though. Yeah, like I said
What
before,
about you? Was it hard for you to make any changes?
yeah, because I originally like my channel was originally supposed to be skits. You know what I'm saying? And when I couldn't find nobody to do skits with me, I was just doing the skits myself. I mean, I still have a few of them here and there on my channel. I've done like a couple, maybe a few years back. But skits was originally my thing. That was gonna be my channel, similar to like a RCDC world, but it's my take on it. You know what I'm saying? Like relating to like different things and stuff. And it just didn't get anywhere. I had a home girl that we supposed to be doing skits, and every time when I'm thinking we gonna do the skits, I'm like, yo, like where you at? Let's do the skits. And oh, I don't want to do the skits and all this other stuff. And then like I remember one day she called me. I was at the mall. And she's like, oh, and she was just laughing, like, you ain't gonna get nowhere with your YouTube channel. I'm like, man, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I hung up the phone. I know, right? She was mean about it, laughing. And I'm like, so I just hung up the phone. I'm like, all right, it is what it is. I'm like, you don't see, you know what I'm saying? But I ended because I was supposed to be doing it with her. She was supposed to actually have a YouTube channel. She
That's
would never put
good.
out. Yeah, I guess she was heavily relying on me. I'm like, no, you gotta make you a YouTube channel. Like I
Yeah.
should have.
It's
Yeah,
all on
so
you at the end of the day. It's all on you.
yeah, so it didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? The skits thing. So I'm kind of glad. I mean, I still do them from time to time, but yeah, I'm just glad it didn't work out. I was like, you know what? Hey, I tried, and every now and then I still do them. Like I did one on the Spider-Man news a while back that came out, like probably was it 20, I want to say 2022, 2023, where it was a skit, me reacting to like the Spider-Man trailer on my actual TV and me just, giving a comical relief to it and stuff. But at the end of the day, it didn't work out. I mean, people did enjoy the skit. I will say at the time when I was releasing skits, I didn't have that type of audience, but the audience I got, I guess, a little bit now, maybe I could try it again. You know what I'm saying? Well, we'll see.
Now, have you ever thought of like getting like a like certain people on your live stream, like at least 3 or 4 people come on your live stream and talk about like Marvel comics and stuff like that, like Cage and
it's
Blair, the nephew. I don't
it's
know. I'm
it's
missing.
hard. It's hard though, man. People say they want to do it. You know what I'm
That
saying?
would be
But
dope. That would be
I mean,
so dope.
yeah, I worked occasion before on IG. You know what I'm saying? We had one for his actual channel, but it wasn't working because like I think he was having issues with StreamYard at the time, and also maybe the Wi-Fi as
Uh,
well. But we did one on IG last year. It might still be on this actual IG page. But we
cool.
talked about working together again, and stuff like that. So that was like, I guess you could say our first official collaboration, just not on YouTube, is more on IG. But that's fine. You know what I'm saying? I didn't mind that at all. But there have been other people, of course. But, people talk a good game. There was a young lady that me and her had a lot in common. You know what I'm saying? When it came to just talking about content and stuff, like she did Marvel, DC, video games, and I never like I got this rude message from her, and then after that, like I was thinking like it was gonna be like, hey, let's do something together. She shown the interest and she really wanted to do it, but when it came down to it, she just wasn't for it. I don't know exactly why, and then trying to figure out why. You know what I'm saying? I even worked with Aziza too as well. That was a dope collaboration. But the other person just I ghosted her just to know her, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. What can I do, right? I can't force you to do something you don't want to do. But
It
yeah, getting
is.
getting people it's hard to get people to do stuff together on YouTube. And it's not everybody. It's just certain people in general. It's like man, it's so. And people always say you should do a panel. I'm like, I'm probably better off doing a pod.
Absolutely.
I'm probably better off doing a podcast with a co-host. That's probably better for me because it seems like yeah, you can't figure out people. I know, man. Luke, I didn't try to figure that person out either. Luke, I just said it is what it is. But like, if I do it again, on a similar scale, it'll probably be like a podcast versus me, one other person, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Just me and that person. Because when it started to get to 3 and 4 people, 5 people, it's always been somewhat of a struggle. You know what I'm saying? I don't know other content creators go through this, but yeah, yeah. hmm So my next question is something that I thought about it and I said I never really asked you. Have you ever thought about collaborating with other content creators to do similar content to you? Or
Yeah, but like outside of my studio,
okay,
like on some traveling, like activity stuff. Lewis girls are, me, my person, I ain't even gonna lie. I wanna go to Toronto, I
okay,
wanna go overseas, have a good time, visit you, of course, or Comic Con or something. That'll be sick.
yeah,
Like just traveling to meet other content creators and just doing
okay.
things, talking. I
That's
feel
what's
like
up.
that would be really dope.
Yeah, that would be. That's what's up. Yeah, for sure. Like I said, man, yeah, meeting other content creators. Like I said, I said Michigan is. It's been some good moments. It's been some weird ones, but yeah, I guess it depends, like you said.
It's
But
more so connecting to the ones that I know, like you know what I'm saying, like the ones that I know. Anyone that comes along kind of will have to approach me, of course,
yeah,
again with the kindness and respect.
true. Yeah,
Um,
yeah, that's something. Yeah, that's what's up though. Yeah, because the reason I asked that because I know some people don't like the idea of collaborating with other content creators, and there's nothing wrong with that either. I can understand their are pros and cons with it with collaborating. Sometimes it's really a good thing. Sometimes it can be a bad thing, like the one collaboration I told you about that I completely deleted, where I'm just on the phone with the
Yeah, that was a whole topic moment.
it was the oddest one ever. I was like, you know what, this was not worth. I thought I was gonna. I'm thinking it's gonna be like me on the screen, that person on the screen, and it didn't pan out that way. I executed the plan, let them know, what I'm saying, like, look, this is what we're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? He said, forget your plan.
That's hilarious.
You know how people can be for sure.
Listen,
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, but like I say, I don't mind. Like I said, I've met consecrators. Like I said here, like I said my homeboy is one. Like I said, I don't know if he still do it, full time like he was at some point. Uh, but I don't know. I don't know if he even still does it. You know what I'm saying? Some people get into it and then they just say, hey, I don't want to do it no more. I'll just make money off of it. I got a big following of subscribers and stuff like that because he does have a big following. He has like a channel. It does like R&B music, hip hop music. It's kind of giving like facts about things you didn't know
of
about, maybe why this
course.
group broke up or why this artist went solo or why they went independent and all that type of stuff. And honestly, he was the first YouTuber that I actually knew that had a big following that I actually knew off the internet. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because he used to live in my old neighborhood. But yeah, it was dope. And then when I think about it, there was another YouTuber where I actually saw them reach 1,000 subscribers. Like when I seen it, I was like, man, this seemed impossible. But I was happy for the other people too as well. Pot About Nothing that I talked about earlier. Because when I seen them, like, man, they reached 1,000. I'm like, man, I know I can reach 1,000. I wasn't even at 1,000 at the time. I was like literally at maybe 300 or like maybe 400 subs, something like that. And I was like, this is dope. Like I know I could reach it, and it's kind of sad because I was supposed to be doing a collaboration with Pot About Nothing on their channel, even though they had 1,000 at the time. I had about maybe 300 or 400 subs, and they eventually just quit. I was like, man, like because what was happening was similar to what was happening to me. I had people subscribe to me, but then when it fluctuated, it's like, okay, you got 1,000, 999, 998. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it can be discouraging because you're thinking like, oh, I reached it, that's it.
I'm almost there. I'm almost there.
Right. And I was like, man, and I either reached out to them like, yo, like it'd be great if y'all come back. I would love to like actually do a collaboration with you guys, on YouTube. So yeah, it's unfortunate. Sometimes that does happen to content creators.
Question: what would you do if you were given the opportunity to visit the YouTube headquarters and the CEO was like, I'm gonna give you a chance to change
Hmm.
3 things on YouTube. What would you change?
Bring the YouTube bar button back. Bring that button back. All right. YouTube groups. I would love to bring that back. I would like to see how it would work in the current times, even though it wasn't as popular as it should have been. Um. Ooh, monetization. Include your YouTube shorts with your YouTube live streams and your regular videos. Like, wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't you love to see like in a
Damn! You wanna change the watch hour?
no, not the watch hour. I'm saying including the shorts with your regular live streams and your videos, meaning that you can have your shorts included with your so they accumulate right along with that. Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah, that would be nice. I hope the people from YouTube is watching. The CEO, I hope you watching. Somebody important is watching this. I hope.
Yeah. Dude says monetization doesn't pay much. Don't let that be the goal. The goal needs to be always put the content you like. Yeah, that's true, Luke. I see where you're coming from with this.
Yeah, but
And maybe,
we talking about our watch hours. So anyway, I'm just kidding.
yeah, I
I'm
get
just
where you're coming.
kidding.
Yeah, because some people only do it just for the monetization, and that's it, nothing else. Like that's only their motivation. That's it. Like, yeah, you gotta have fun with it for sure. If
Hell
you don't have fun with it, you ain't gonna like it. Your
yeah,
people not.
it's gonna be trash.
Yeah. So, my next question is something that's really interesting. And I should have asked other women content creators this, but I haven't. how does it feel to be a woman in the content creator community? Like, is it a great experience? Is it a
I
bad
love it.
experience? You love
I
it?
love
Okay.
it. I love it. I feel like I'm like, when it comes to like fashion house, I feel like I'm okay. Have you ever watched like in the back in the day, like cable days, like the channel? Like you ever flip through a channel during like when you had cable, and you see like
Hmm.
some old ladies that be talking about the products, or you see like the prices at the bottom.
Right.
That's what it
Hmm.
gives. That's what it
Okay.
reminds me of.
Okay.
Like
Interesting.
I'm like broadcasting my life. Like I have my own little, broadcaster TV.
Right.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. And like I said, I never asked anybody about it. I said, man, I never really asked this question. I said, let me see who I'm like, I can ask you this
What
question.
about you as a man?
As a man, okay, there are pros and cons with it. There are genuine people in this lane that are really cool in this lane that are man content creators, but then you got some that are ain't the best
Awful.
experience ever. You know what I'm saying? Awkward, kind of strange, weird. Yeah, I've had one in particular where it was supposed to have been a collaboration and it just felt like the person was trolling, you know what I'm saying? Like presented the information, kind of talked about what we are gonna do, and I just was like, this is clearly not it. You know what I'm saying? So I just kind of let the collaboration go. I don't think my supporters were really supportive of it either, though. Like I remember posting it on IG. I don't even know if it's still on IG. I might delete it if it still is. If not, that's cool too. But people weren't happy about it. I don't think. I mean, low key, they didn't say it, but it was given that it was like, well, no one's really excited about it. And I was like, well, maybe this worked out for me. And Lou said Rumble can let you cash out $50 over 100. Oh, so Rumble is like equivalent to YouTube, Lou? Explain that to me, man. I'm willing. I'm open to learn, man. We here to learn. Yeah, I heard of Rumble, but I don't know much about it. That is something like I think.
Bumble, the dating app?
No, I don't think it's a dating app. No, I think it's more like it's
Oh.
similar to like a YouTube. I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying? Because he's talking about money and it's talking about something and like it's
Oh.
yeah, I think it's similar to like a YouTube in a sense, like you know what I'm saying, like a platform where you can probably stream, maybe upload type of stuff. So yeah, I'm curious about it. Yeah, see, he said it. He said it. I was right. Similar to YouTube. We learned. Thanks, Luke. We are learning today. Yeah, so I said it. I said it just like YouTube. Mm, interesting. The more you learn.
That
That's
part.
dope. Yeah, yeah, Rum so I was right. Wow, that's interesting. Yeah, that sounds like I've heard about it off and on. I think on Twitter. Yeah, Twitter. I think I've heard quite a bit about it. I know Luke does. He does tend to put stuff out on Rumble. So him and I think there were a few other people that I follow that talk about Rumble, but I didn't know exactly what it was. I'm like, okay, so it's just like YouTube. Interesting. So my next question for you is something that I know you into movies and stuff like that. What is your top movie for 2025 so far?
Damn, man. I feel like I don't got a life. Dang.
Okay.
Where did you get help? Oh my God. Honestly, personally, I don't think there's really been that much good movies that came out that piqued my interest. I was like, oh my gosh, this is like number one on my top list. Except the recent one that I definitely watched, which was Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolts. Okay, that's a good choice.
Yeah,
That's a good
it
choice.
made me cry. So I was like, yeah, I guess it could be one of my favorites. I related to like the main character a lot. Really liked her. And
Okay.
the fact that the movie could make you cry, it's like, okay, yeah, I like that.
I
For
would
one,
say. Oh, okay. I would say Sinners. Sinners is definitely one of them. Yeah, definitely was an interesting movie. I know we're not getting a sequel no more because he confirmed the director.
mhm.
Yes, maybe he didn't want to continue doing movies
Other than
based on it. And
hmm
that's totally fine. But yeah, Sinners is definitely one of them for sure. If I got another one, Novocaine, that was really good with Jack Quaid from The Boys. He's the main character in that. Has a really good messaging dealing with love, like how far we would go for love,
I gotta
despite
watch
the
it.
person being kind of shady. You don't really know their intentions until, like, you know what I'm saying, he didn't find out, like, he loved the girl, but he found out that she kind of was finessing him, you know what I'm saying, in a
Wow.
way. But yeah, that was a good one. Thunderbolts was good. I would say Thunderbolts if I had a third choice. Thunderbolts because it was a Marvel movie. And it was darker. It was a dark. It reminded me of Thor 1 and Thor 2 that came out. It reminded me of those type of movies where the type of movie it was, it had more of an atmosphere to it.
Mhm.
I tried Into Dawn, but it was awful. Oh, Luke, it was, that's messed up. And I know it's based on a video game, so I've seen people post about it. Yikes. Don't you hate that? You go see a movie, you're like, man, I wanted to go see this. And then you
No,
go
no,
see
no.
it.
Last of Us was a good one though. Last of Us was good, but no, wasn't that a show?
Yeah,
Never
that's a
mind.
show. Yeah, that's a show. Yeah. Yeah. So, and then if I had another one, Companion's good. You seen Companion?
No, I need to write this down. You said Novocaine and Companion.
Yeah, Companion. It was the Companion. Let me make sure I'm saying it right. Because I know sometimes we, hey, like, we get to a certain point, we be making them names. Like, yeah, what's that? You like, well, hold up. Let me see. I think it's the Companion. Let me see. Oh, Companion. Yeah, it is Companion.
Companion. But
It's a good sci-fi movie. Yeah, it's like
oh,
yeah,
I've been
yeah.
into like I gotta get into all the good shows, honestly. But you
Okay.
said the Companion and what else?
Yeah, Companion. That's the name of just Companion, not not the Companion, but the Companion.
Um,
Novocaine is another one.
did you ever watch what is that show? I'm gonna look it up right now.
Okay.
It's freaking it's like it's kind it gives sci-fi for sure. And it was
Okay.
on HBO.
Okay.
Raised by Wolves. You ever watch that?
Raised by yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, that's good.
Yo, that show was
Have you
I need something like that again.
have you
That's
seen this animated show? Hold on, let me find it if I can. Let me see. Dang it! Come on, Google.
and it's like watching
Let's
right now
see.
and you're interested, this is what I'm talking about.
Okay, yeah, I've seen it. Yep, I've definitely seen it. Have you seen let me see. Okay, here we go. This is a good one too. Have you seen Common Side Effects?
No.
That's really good. It's really good. Yeah. It's the most controversial show on Cartoon Network right now, but I mean it's on Adult Swim. But
Mm.
yeah.
You
Oh,
said
Lou
comment
says the
that?
new yeah, Common Side Effects.
Mm-hmm.
And Lou says don't watch The Substance. I ain't never seen that one, Lou. He said the new Predator series, anime series looks interesting. I might check that out. And, it depends. Like I said, if it's got a decent story and everything, for sure. Um, yeah, that's wow. Yeah, so yeah, the other show that you mentioned, I seen it. Yeah, that was really good. I don't did it. I don't know. It didn't last long. I think it was only one season, right?
I think it was more than one. I think it was like two, maybe
Two
three.
seasons. Yeah. Oh
I think
wow.
that's
Okay. Okay.
and then
Yeah.
have you ever gotten
hmm
into Breaking Bad?
You said what now?
Breaking Bad?
Oh yeah, Breaking Bad. Yeah, you seen another show similar to Breaking Bad? You seen Ozark?
No, but no. I did, but I never finished it.
Oh, okay. It's like,
Like, I gotta
oh,
finish it.
I was like, what?
I have to finish that. I have to finish that. But
Okay.
that show was really good. That show was good as hell.
Yeah. Oh, the
Yeah.
ending go. The ending got a really good plot twist. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta finish
Yeah.
it.
You
And
seen
then
Black Mirrors? Or Black Mirror, I meant to say? Yeah, Black Mirror.
yeah, no.
That's on Netflix. It's really good. It's an anthology sci-fi show. It's really good
Mm.
though. Yeah.
Black Fire. No, no, you said Black
Mhm.
Mirror.
Yep. All right. So my next question, and this is an interesting one. If you had to choose between this franchise and this other franchise, what would you like more? Do you like Digimon better as an anime franchise or Pokemon?
Hmm. I can't say both.
You can. You just have to
Okay.
explain, I guess.
I think both because I mean I don't know everything. Okay, I don't know everything about.
No, I didn't say
I don't know a damn thing. I just be trying to keep up information wise. I'm like, okay,
that.
but I think both because it's just like it's all about the audience at the end of the day. As a creator, you should wanna continue to
Okay,
provide what the audience is always
okay,
expecting and looking for.
okay. No,
I don't know. I
that's
think it just goes hand in hand.
okay. Okay,
What's your
that's
thoughts?
understandable. Uh, okay, so I'm gonna go with Digimon. I gotta be real. Digimon. It talked about death, reincarnation, light and darkness, duality, all that type of stuff. Pokemon actually did, like later on in the movies and stuff. But Digimon was right off the back. It was much darker. A lot of people don't know Digimon. The series was supposed to have scared kids. And I mean, the
Really?
evolutions, yeah.
Wow.
Because of the evolutions. That's why they stood out from Pokemon because the evolutions looked scarier and just how they looked the
They
creature
did
like
look low scarier. But like that's what interested me though even more. I'm like, wow, they really pushing
yeah
this out.
yeah that's why they had to separate because people were comparing them to Pokemon. And remember at that time there were a lot of monster shows like Monster Rancher,
Wow.
Beyblade,
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh. There's some other ones. What is it? Not Card Captor. What is it? Something Duel. I can't remember. It was another show similar to Yu-Gi-Oh! That
I
Duel
know.
Master. Duel Master. You had all these other monster anime shows out, and they literally said, "Look, we
But
gotta do
all
something different."
Digimon and Pokemon definitely did give similarities in a way. So
Yeah,
yeah,
they
I could see
did.
how they yeah.
Yeah, but Digimon for sure. And then the human characters were more interesting in Digimon compared to in Pokemon. They were kind of Disney like
Really?
in Pokemon. It was like, like you
They
know,
were. I loved
yeah, but
it.
yeah. Lou said Pokemon for sure. Okay, nothing wrong with being team Pokemon. I like Pokemon. I like the games a lot more than the series. But hey,
And it's still where you would live. So
did you watch Tattoo Teenage Alien Fight from? No, I never heard of that, Lou. You heard of that before, TR?
what is it?
Tattoo Alien Fight from
Nah.
Beverly Hills. Yeah, I ain't never heard of that, Lou. That might have been a West Coast thing.
I heard of Amazing Brother Gumball.
That's interesting for sure, though. Yeah, I ain't never heard of that one. Like, I thought he was saying Teenage Mutant Turtles for me. I'm like, wait, I looked. I said, no, I said Teenage Alien from Beverly Hills. No, I never heard
Not the teenage alien from Beverly Hills. It's giving Xeno. What's the name of the alien? Is she
that.
the shoplifter? Let me see.
Yeah. It was out during the big Power Rangers. Oh, craze. What? Wow. You took it back, Lou. He said with the big Power Rangers craze. Wow. Oh, I'm gonna have to look that up, Lou. I'm gonna have to look that one up. I've heard of Beetleborgs. Yeah, Beetleborgs. There's another show similar to Power Rangers. I can't think of the name of it. There was another show too that was similar to Power Rangers too, but I've never heard of that. That's interesting for sure. So my next question is it's an interesting one. I know you don't do as much gaming, so I'm not gonna quiz you hard on it and nothing like that. But I do have a few couple gaming questions.
Hmm.
What games are you currently playing?
I ain't got none of that, honey. Oh God, that game system y'all played on wasn't even mine, y'all. I'm a fraud. I don't even play games. I ain't even about that life. I'll take information in about a game, but
Okay, well you played what was it was it Days something? What is it
140 days or something like that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I gave you a trick question. My bad.
I'm so sorry to disappoint all the gamers watching me right now. I really cannot stop. Please don't put me in a game system where money is going down the drain.
Well, at least I didn't ask you what your top 4 or 5 games was. See, I didn't do you like that. I didn't do you like that. I didn't do you like that.
I really wish I was a gamer, man. People on the gamers on Twitch, I mean streaming, they're going crazy right now.
I'm telling you, I know some games you can play.
I wish I was about that
So
life. I'm like,
I
and then
got
I'm
one.
done.
I got one right here. As a matter of fact, I need to give this to somebody. I don't even have a PS4 anymore. Playing this,
Dying Light.
Dying Light.
What's that?
Yeah,
How is that like?
it's a zombie game. It's similar to the game that you was
Oh,
playing on your stream. It's a zombie open world game. It deals with viruses, and you playing as this character fighting off factions and stuff in a
mm.
city. Yeah, it's actually really good.
Are you
Hey,
getting the GTA 6 because that's coming out?
oh yeah, I'll probably get that for sure. Yeah,
Are you
it's
gonna be like one of those that like review as soon as it drops?
yeah, if I get far enough in it, yeah, GTA is it's one of them games that take a while quite to beat. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my
Yeah,
God, just like playing it while you're online and just showing them like, yeah, like,
oh yeah, I've done lives like that before. Yeah, I did one on Zoom. I couldn't get people to come through. I don't know what it is
uh,
when I done gaming was it wasn't really I did one on Pokemon Arceus. I didn't. I mean, it did good, but it could have done a lot better if people really supported it. So that's why I kind of do the video game. If you want to know why I do the video game and game console news, that type of stuff, because I know people are interested in learning about facts about why games are a certain way or what's going on behind the scenes. Like I did the one on Black Panther, why that game got canceled, and a lot of people were interested in know what happened to it because I was looking forward to that Black Panther game. I'm not gonna lie,
mm,
I was like, like why y'all do us like this, man? Yeah, Black Panther. I even talked about the Wonder Woman video game. You know what I'm saying? That was supposed to happen and it went through a series of things. So yeah, usually the reason why I started to do video game news and consoles was because I struggle with doing gaming content. Even when I put out the Avengers video I did, it did good, but it would have been nice to have more people to support it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I kind of just said, oh, let me do something with video game news. It could be old video game news, new video game news, that type of thing, versus me
yeah.
just like, hey, yeah. So that was, the reason for that. So. Hey, I thought about asking you another question about this, but I said I might not do that then.
Stop, guys. For all the gamers,
so,
I am so sorry.
so I do got one, but I'm gonna switch it up. Any video game TV shows you looking forward to that's coming out?
I don't, the only one that I know of is the one that is no longer, which is The Last of Us. But if there's anything that you could definitely please put me on because, yeah,
Okay,
I love a
Fallout.
good storyline.
Yeah, Fallout. It's on Amazon Prime. Check that out. That's a really good one.
Yeah, that I remember that. Fallout.
Yeah, Fallout. Yep. Another one. What's the name of that one? Let me see. I'm gonna look this other one up.
Fallout.
Yeah, Fallout. That's one video game. I'm gonna look up this other one right quick. I can't think of the name of it. I'm like, what is the name of it? Anthology. Secret Level. That's on Amazon too. Secret Level. It's like a Black Mirror. It's an anthology series, so each episode is different. Yeah.
Okay. And then what about what is it? Uncharted? Is that gonna be a show or a movie or anything like that?
Well, it was a movie. I didn't care for it. It was all right. It wasn't something where I'm like, you know.
I feel
Yeah,
like a show would be cool for I feel like Uncharted would be great as a show if they really like, put in the work. I think it would be a great show.
yeah, yeah. Excuse me. And I'm looking forward to the God of War series that's coming out. Yeah.
They have a God of War series coming out?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's fire. That's gonna be
Yeah, that's
sick.
that's it hasn't came out yet, but it's supposed to come out on Amazon as well. I don't know when. They haven't released a release date for it yet. But yeah, God of War, I'll definitely check that out for sure.
That's
Yeah,
gonna be my first one.
yeah.
I'm looking forward
For
to
sure.
that. Wow. What
Yeah.
about what about you? Do you have any shows you're looking forward to watching regarding that's connected to like games?
Gaming, anime, yeah, yeah. There's some shows. I'm looking forward to My Hero Academia. Did you ever check that out, My Hero Academia? That I told you about, or no? Yeah, My Hero Academia. If you like Marvel and DC, that's pretty much what it is. Like the main character is kind of like the Batman, and they have like a Superman in their universe. It's like All Might, pretty much. It's really good for a video game. Well, not video game. Excuse me. Superhero anime series. One Punch Man. That's really good if you're into like superhero comedy type of thing.
It's hard to get into a One Punch Man for me personally.
it's, it's
I like
hilarious.
a nice little dark but scripted, but like edge, get me at the edge of my seat type of thing.
So, have you checked out? I know you said you checked out Death Note. Have you checked out Platinum End? It's good. It's the same person that made Death Note. If you like Death,
Oh, okay, bet.
yeah, if you like Death Note, you'll like Platinum End. It's dealing with angels. I don't want to say too much, but
Wait a minute! No, 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 because I think I was supposed to. That was on my list. No
oh,
way is that. Wait, wait, wait. Let me see. Let me see. Hold on. You said Platinum Men?
yeah, Platinum End. Yeah,
That was literally supposed to be a show I was gonna get into.
yeah, Platinum End. It's dope. Like I said, if you
I
like
saw
Death
the
Note, yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
What?
Same creator of Death Note.
Yeah.
I literally was just talking about this with one of my coworkers at work today. They're super into it. I was thinking about watching this show, and no one really was talking about it. But
Yeah, it's
yes,
good.
oh my gosh, yo,
Yeah.
you gonna have me? Oh my god, that's just a
Hey,
confirmation to watch it.
hey,
Literally,
Carl,
it's
how's
just a
it going,
confirmation.
man? Yeah, I've heard of you through another person that was on here a while back. Yeah, man. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Like I said, yeah, man. YouTubers knowing other YouTubers. That's what it's about. Yeah, I appreciate it. Tuning in, Carl.
What up?
Yeah, so that it's another show that I can let me see. There are a couple of shows
Ah,
that matter of fact.
shit, you're putting me on. Put me
Let me
on.
see. Have you seen ReZero?
What is it called again?
ReZero, you seen that?
Nah.
So ReZero, it's a video game. Okay, so this boy gets transported into a video game world.
Hmm.
What happens is pretty much. Oh no, Carl, no, we don't. Yeah, I don't do that, Carl. Yeah, some weird people online. I agree, but no, I don't do all that. Yeah, I've heard of your name, like I said, through another content creator that was in the live earlier, but nah, man, I don't do all that craziness or stalker. Nah. But ReZero, if you like, it's kind of like you. Have you ever played Wario?
Wario?
Yeah, the anti-hero of Mario.
No, all I do is
No,
work and go home.
that's okay. That's okay. So what it is my man is the main character, Subaru. He can come back. He's pretty much immortal. But when he comes back, it's an alternate reality. So like when he comes back, somebody kills him, right? Or something eats him or consumes him. He can come back, but in another alternate timeline. So he's seen things from a different timeline that could possibly happen in the other timeline. So it's like it's a time travel, but it's an adventure. It is an actual, what do you call it? Isekai anime. Yeah.
Interesting. What does isekai mean? You said isekai
that's a
anime?
that's a
Yes.
good question. Hold on a sec. You gonna have me go Google it. Thanks, Carl. I appreciate it, man. Isekai. Let me look it up. Oh, so it's a form of a Japanese manga, anime, light novel, video game stories transported or reincarnated in a fantasy
Oh,
universe. See,
cool.
it's weird. Look. Hold on. There we go.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, ReZero's good. What is another one that's good? Okay, ReZero, My Hero Academia. Have you seen? Let me see. Oh, see if I can think of it. I'm trying to think of it. Have you seen Bunjo Stray Dogs? No.
That sounds like a whole nother language.
It's really good. It's like
You gotta
it's
send that exact that word that you just said. Send that to me on Instagram because I'm not gonna remember. I don't even know how to spell that out.
okay. I'll send it to you. What about another one that's good is Shangri LA Frontier. Have you seen that? Let me see. I can pull it up right quick. Yeah, these are like I said, it's interesting with that one because it's mainly in a video game, but it takes place in the real world too. Oh, that's what's up, Carl. You playing Magic Gathering? I used to collect those those cards when I wasn't collecting Pokemon cards.
You ever collect Yu-Gi-Oh cards?
I did. I used to have a big collection of them, but I no longer have them. Yeah, I used to collect Yu-Gi-Oh cards too. Yes, I don't watch a lot of new anime, but I'm always watching New Thrones. Is that New Thrones? Let me make sure I'm saying. Okay, so let me. Okay, that's
Platinum
what's
Man,
up,
Modern
girl.
War, Secret Level, Common Side Effects, Never King, Companion. You gave me a nice little list here. My homework.
I watch a little bit of everything. I don't discriminate. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on how good the story is of the characters and stuff. Yeah, that's wow.
Yeah, majority of
Interesting.
my time I'm like reading, journaling, and stuff like that. So I'm more like
I oh yeah, I do. I got back into reading. I read Jaleel White's memoir. That was actually pretty good. I learned a lot in that. I read the Big Shine's book that he had with Jay. I can't think of he's a YouTuber, Jay Sheets, Jay Scheid, whatever the guy's name is. You've heard of him before. Um, who else? Oh, I read this book that was similar to like a Black Harry Potter. That was really good.
a
Yeah,
Black Harry Potter.
yeah.
I must know. I must know these things. Which part of
I think
that
it's
one?
called Blood at
A
the
Black
Root.
Harry.
Yeah, I think it's
What is
called
it?
Blood. Let me make sure I'm saying it right. Blood at the Root, I believe.
Black Harry Potter, y'all. I ain't never heard such a thing.
It is. Let me. Okay, hold on. I'm about to show you a picture of it.
Ooh.
Yeah,
But I'll give it a shot. Let me see how.
yeah. Blood at the Root. Yeah, I finished that as well.
Mm.
Oh, thanks for tuning in, Carl. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, man. Yeah. Hey, like I said, man. Yeah. Hey, feel free to come back if you want to. Yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm sorry I'm a little boring.
Ah, no, you're not boring.
Oh, you like,
Why
what
you
do you
say?
watch? Are you okay? I'm tired. I'm real tired.
You see people coming to our live, they're like, oh, we love her, and you're like, we coming back. Oh man, yeah, that's crazy though. I do have. Let me see. Do I have two more questions?
Would you
Yeah,
ever
let me
write
see.
your own comic book? Would you ever write your own comic book?
I actually did do. I did not write mines, but I actually drew mines out as a picture board back in high school. I don't even know if it's still. Oh, it's in a spot where stuff gonna fall. No. Well, I did like a comic book where my character was like it was similar to like you ever heard of the game Devil May Cry a little bit or no?
Oh,
Okay. Okay, no offense, none of that. That's actually a good series too. That's out on Netflix if you want to check that out too. That's it's a video. It's based on a video game, but it's really good. But my character was based on it was half angel, half demon type of thing. I don't know why, but I was just like, oh, let me just make my character this way. It's a black character, by the way, and
Cool.
it's yeah. So yeah, when I was younger, I tend to still have a good imagination. I can just create from flash.
Would you ever like be serious enough to really do it? Would you really do it?
It's a rough lane. I know a homeboy that I met at UMaCon,
Yeah.
and it's a rough lane. It's a decent lane to get in, but you got to have the people that support you. Like that's the catch with that, especially if you're like a black comic book creator. And like I said, I do support some of the black authors. Like as you can see, there's another one that has a superhero novel. That's really good too. As a matter of fact, you know what? You want to see it?
Sure, yeah.
I'll be right back. Yep. And all right, here it is.
He made that?
No, I didn't make this. This is a black author that I'm supporting.
Yeah, he made that. That's cool. That's really cool.
No, he didn't make it. It's somebody online that I came across.
Oh, yeah, that's really cool.
It is a superhero novel. Just minus the pictures, but it's really good though. Yeah,
Wow.
yep. The Affinity Theory. It comes in hardcover and paper cover too, paperback. I said paper.
Wow. Love it. Love
Yeah,
it. That's
yeah.
really dope.
But kind of reminds you of like the Avengers, S Man. He didn't describe Twilight. I'm like, I guess I can kind of see Twilight. I wasn't necessarily big on the whole Twilight thing, but hey.
Unfortunately, I was. I definitely was one of those. Jacob, of course.
Oh man, yeah. So my next question is a real good one. What do you want to be remembered for on YouTube?
When I die?
What you want to be remembered for on YouTube?
On YouTube? It's a good question.
Okay.
Um, why am I blank?
Take your
Um,
time.
hmm, hold on. I don't want to sound corny. That's the thing.
Okay. If not, you can pass it. We can talk about another question then.
I want to be remembered for not giving up.
That's a good one. I like that one. I like
Like,
that.
I could be remembered for being the sweet, cute, bubbly girl, but I want to be remembered for not for keep going, for not stopping, for still
That's
being
what
myself.
I mean.
I want to be remembered for being myself and for like still trying, being an
Yeah.
example to anybody young out there that's kind of like in a doubtful moment or something like that.
Okay.
And giving them some type of like
Okay.
whatever that may
That's
be, like an
that's a good answer
inspiration,
though.
an idea. I want to be remembered someone that was like, oh my God, that girl, she was like, she's really funny or something, but whatever she had going on, she still kept going. She kept being herself. Like I want to be remembered for just keep for
Okay.
continuing,
Okay. No, that's a good answer. That's a
and
good
having my
answer.
own voice. I think having your own voice and not trying to blend in for views.
No, that's a good answer though. Now, when you said, I'm like, that's a good answer. Not a bad answer. It's a good answer. Wow. So for me, it's being a blur consecrator. I mean, there's some of us in the lane, some of us are not blur consecrators. That's fine too. But
For
just
being
being
the
a
hardest
blur,
workers, blurred
I know, right? Yeah, because I do the 4 videos a week, and hey,
for
I
real,
mean,
for real.
yeah, it's working out. So like I said, I do appreciate the people coming through, checking out these videos, and I am a blur content creator. Not many ones using the blur the way I'm using it. I kind of remixed it into my own thing. It was actually inspired from Nas's first album, Illmatic, and Ill Blurmatic.
Wow,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
awesome.
Yeah, it's got a hip hop
That's
influence to it. So yeah. Because at first, boy, they was butchering names, my old channel names, they was butchering them. I'm like, nah, I come up with something different. 365, the whole year, you know what I'm saying? This is a part
a
of who I
hard
am, you know what I'm saying?
something. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure though. Yeah. This was dope again, man. We did it again, 2 hours.
Yeah, we did it. We did it. We did it. And
Two
if there's
hours.
okay, so what would be something you would tell somebody that's starting off YouTube? Like, what would be your personal advice as encouragement?
Dang, I was just about to ask you that. You got me. You got me. I would say don't give up. If something's not working, just you have to play around with YouTube. I think that's the thing. You got to be. It's like cooking, right? So if you're cooking food, right? Just think of food, right? And so, say for instance, you don't like the way something tastes. You add different spices, herbs, maybe some type of spices with it. Maybe you add like a sauce or a glaze over it. It's like with YouTube. You gotta figure out what works for you. Okay, this type of content didn't work, then maybe you should try your hand at trying this type of content. You just have to be open. And it's not easy. It's definitely not easy. You know what I'm saying? I've had ups and downs. There was a time where I almost wanted to quit. I ain't gonna lie, I almost threw in the towel when I was stuck at that 300 subs. Boy, I'm like, God, I was like, am I ever gonna get out this? I was stuck in there for 2 months. Woo. And it was hard, but I said I gotta keep going. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't give up. Be open to learning new things, and you just gotta maneuver around things. If something not working, try something else. Okay, if food content not working, try book content. You know what I'm saying? This ain't working, try poetry content, whatever content you're trying to do, all it takes is a try. You know what I'm saying? If it works, great. It may take more than one video for it to work. You know what I'm saying? Like I've done a couple food videos. They're not completely great, but I'm trying, you know what I'm saying? At least I'm reviewing the
Exactly.
food, you know what I'm saying? And maybe with it, I do have another one coming. I just don't have the cheese sticks. I was gonna do one on these real organic cheese. They're really good though, by the way. I'm not gonna lie. Um, but yeah, you just gotta be open to trying things. I think that's the problem with a lot of us. We're just set to like, oh, I'm gonna keep doing this. And I'm like, well, is it really working for you, or is it not?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Dang, you was on point. I was just
I
about to ask you
also want to interview. I want you to go
I was just about to say, man, I'm about to come with this one, boy. She beat me to the punch. All right, this is gonna be my final question. I don't want to hold you too much longer. How do you feel about YouTube friendships? You know what I'm saying? Do you think there are organic
They're
ones, or do
fire.
you fire? Okay.
I really do. Like, I didn't even think, first of all, I didn't even think that I was going to make friends on YouTube. And then it
I
just
didn't either.
happened. It literally just happened. I'm like, yo, this man cool. Then we just start talking. And like me and you, for example, we just started talking. I don't even remember how you got into the group. I don't even
Oh,
remember.
well, I know how we met. I thought you, hey, low key.
I
I thought you was one of,
know.
you
Everything, I thought
know.
everything was so fast.
Okay, so you added me on IG. First, I was like, man, she better not be no troll account because I seen the picture. I was like, what?
I remember this like I remember also the beginning. I remember how because you was like, I don't know if you really have some like you was giving advice and I don't know if you really know confirm me for real. I'm like, no, you too bad. I legit. Like I legit.
I was like, dog, if I seen the profile, I'm like, oh, I think I might got a troll on my hands. But when you reached out, I said, okay, she in YouTube, right? I was like, but it did catch me off guard. I was like, man, please don't let this be no troll account. Like, yeah, you know how some people be when they had the troll accounts on IG. I'm like, oh, okay, let me see. And then you reached out. And we've been cool since then, man. About like 6 or 7 years, man. That's great.
For
Yeah,
real,
but
for
not.
real.
Yeah, but like I said, yeah, I think it's there are some genuine people in it. There are
Hmm.
some disgenuine people in it. But yeah, like I said, we help each other out. You know what I'm saying? You might get some video ideas from me, or just
And we
some
jump
advice on
ideas
things.
from each other.
Yeah,
You
we
encourage me,
exchange
I encourage
ideas.
you. Literally,
Yeah,
that's what it's
yeah,
all about, y'all. Y'all see
yeah,
this?
yeah.
An
You know what I'm saying?
example.
Right, yeah, right. So it was really cool though. Like I said, it was like, all right, I'm like, she really is a YouTuber, and not nobody trolling them. I'm glad of that though. I was like, 'cause sometimes you come across accounts like that, but no, it was dope. You know what I'm saying? We've helped each other out. You know what I'm saying? You've grown as a YouTuber. I've seen you grow as a YouTuber. I've seen myself grow as one. You know what I'm saying? You as well seeing me grow. And
Hmm.
I think the problem with it now is it seems like, and I'm not saying everybody's like this, some of us don't want to get to know our peers. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that you have to be best friends or close friends, however, you know what I'm saying, but you could get to know these people. Like I said, you the one, like when I think about it now, when it comes to comments, and you're not the only one that does this too. When you comment on my videos, you comment certain parts. So I'm like, that's really cool. Like I was like,
Really?
yo, this, yeah, you know what I'm saying, and I really, yeah, I really appreciate it. And then, like, I know the one time we did the conversation, I forgot what video, it was like a topic, and we were just going at it. It's like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So sometimes it's really like, it becomes a good
yeah,
conversation. Yeah,
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 it's just been good conversations and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I know Dora Kojak that was on here a while back does that. Cajun does too from time to time. Jasmine, she does something really unique with her Jasmine rooms. But each person that I've become cool with, they have their own version of like commenting on your videos to show you that they really appreciate what you're doing. So like I said, for you, I was like, man, this is dope. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
even with that one video, he was like, I was like, no, that's Dreamview and TD. Like, but I wasn't rude about it. I wasn't like, no, that ain't that. I was
That
just
was
like, all
so
right,
embarrassing. Oh my god, no, no. My feelings as I was at work, I'm like, no, I was wrong.
no,
Oh my god.
nah, you did it though, for real though. No, it was just cool because like you didn't know that. You was like, okay, I'm like, yeah, I wasn't like, how some people music nerds. No, that's wrong. I'm like, nah. I was just like, nah, it ain't that. But I get why you said they kind of
Mm.
sound, what I'm saying, like they would be a part of that label. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I ain't.
Oh, no,
I don't
it's
need.
all about learning, for real, for real. It's all about learning. So,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I do. I learn from my comments too. You know what I'm saying? Even the ones I disagree with, I ain't like, oh no, I want to learn. I'm like,
pretty much.
yeah, yeah.
But I'm
But
super grateful for just the experience overall, being able to experience friendships, the opportunity to be in a group with full of people that support you, that have their own ambitions, their own vision, that
yeah,
uplift you, encourage you, that inspire you. Like, come on, man, like that's what you want. And I
yeah,
hope anybody that's watching, I hope y'all understand, like, as you're beginning this journey, that you're gonna bump into people that are bad apples and good apples, but appreciating the journey along the way is all that's really important, and enjoying what you're creating, because as you reach levels, you want to remember your why. So remembering your
oh
why
yeah,
is always important while you're surrounding yourself in groups of people that actually are genuine.
yeah. That's
And so I'm
true.
appreciative of that, for real.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that's true for sure. Hey, we did 3 hours.
break your record out here, man.
three
Come
hours.
on.
3 hours. Dang, girl, hey, we might as well start a podcast.
So, for real. We
Yeah,
just one topic and just go off from there.
yeah.
Literally.
Either 3 or 4 topics. You know what I'm saying? Let me know. Like I said, I'm down for it. Like I said, I only try to do once a month. You know, what I'm saying, twice a month. I know, some people 3 or 4 times a month. Like, no, once or twice. But this is Sierra Rodriguez. Any shout outs or anything that you would like to say before we end?
Shout out to everybody that watched. Shout out to hey Hey, EC, EC's like a new YouTuber I've been like, that's been
Okay.
really pretty, really genuine. I would love for to introduce you to her. If you
Okay.
decide to throw her in the group, that'd be cool too. She's
Oh
really
yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah. Let me know, y'all. Like I said, I'm
Shout out
trying to
to
add. Yeah.
just everybody. Shout out to you for watching. Okay, love, heart. Ah. Shout out to you. 3 hours.
I know. And
Oh,
our last one was 2 hours.
you locked in. If you watch this full video, you are locked in. Subscribe to my channel, subscribe to his channel. Just tap
Right. She got me a couple times today with some of the questions. I'm like, oh.
in.
But no, thanks again. I really appreciate that you came through and like I said, we worked out our differences with the technical thing, you know what I'm saying? Like two heads are better than one, you know what I'm saying? I was like, hey, try this out, try that out, you know what I'm saying? I was like, hey, look,
Super patient
but
with me, y'all, because I am not good with technology sometimes. He
no,
was super patient, okay?
but you learned. Remember last time you learned.
And
Look how
I
good you was last time.
did.
I was like, damn, like she over here asking for much. Like, all right, I'm trying this. I'm like, oh, you got it? I'm like,
No, for
okay.
real.
Yeah, so no, I appreciate it though that you were open to
Mhm.
learning. Sometimes you ask people, like, "Yeah, check this out." Oh, yeah, I'm gonna check it out, and then they be like, "Oh, I'm about to check it out." A few weeks later or a couple days later, and I'm like, "Look, hey, yeah, thanks, Luke." You know what? I'm gonna shout out everybody that was in here except for the
Yeah.
person I blocked. Let me see. Okay, shouts out to PK because he was the person that told me about Carl. Shouts out to Cosmic Star. I know you sleep right now because he's in the 1 a.m. I'm like, shouts out to Luke, OJ. Let me see. Uh, oh, Nick Army, also known as Carl. That was Carl, by the way. So for people that are like, who's Carl? Like, I think I'm saying it right. Mick Army. I hope I'm saying it right. Sometimes I do butcher people's channel name. I do apologize, so. But yeah, I mean, yeah, let me know if you want to do a podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm down for it. Like I said before, I've been trying to find somebody to do it with, and that's just been a drag. Like, you have potentials, but they don't live up to the
Or
hype.
just a group. If you have a group of people just talking about what they learned new on YouTube, technology questions, or we just bounce off of each other and share each other information in regards to like cameras and copyright information in regards to like music,
It,
how to use this, how to use
yeah, it can,
that.
yeah, it can be informative. It can be music. You know what I'm saying? It won't be. I won't put gaming in there because I know you.
It's okay
You
if you
know.
do. Yeah. You can go listen. I still got my list. I still got my list in here. Okay,
Oh yeah,
so
for that.
it's
Yeah.
fine. It's okay. Trust me. I am used to it. I
Yeah.
know I
So.
have a lot of people that are close to me in my life that are gamers. Well, I have one
Yeah.
person that's super close to me in my life that's a gamer. No, technically
Okay.
two close people
Okay.
that are, and I tend to bump into a lot of gamers. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So this is it, guys. Thanks again, Tira Rodriguez. I do appreciate it.
You already know I'm here.
Yep. So I guess until next time, we out.
We'll be out, guys.
All right. Take care.